all of them.
And see now I am afraid to really see what is going on.
Go ahead and have a glance. Have a glance.
Oh, this is so. This is
Oh
doing,
no!
This
No!
is giving life to my petty spirit.
No!
Yes.
No, hold
Yes.
on.
Not
This plus the reply makes it excellent. This was the post. The following post was, "Y'all, this is a joke. It's not serious. The NRA doesn't know what an NDA is."
What?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I am crying. Oh no. Oh no. I need a beverage.
Yes.
Hold on.
Let me hop back to VMix. Let me hop back to VMix. Also,
we need to have like a in the middle, in the moment kind of thing. Feel free to start the episode. I'm just gonna come back in.
It started.
Like,
we're here. It is live. But one, I feel like I fucked up. How's the audio levels, everybody? I changed something, and I'm afraid if I try to change it back, I'm gonna have to. It's weird when you change settings in vMix. You have to reboot. You have to restart vMix for the changes to apply. And when you do that in the middle of a vMix call, the people on the call have to refresh their browsers in order to rejoin the call. It's a whole mess. It makes no sense. But
are we in the middle of the episode?
I mean, technically, if it's in between the beginning and the end of it, sure.
I came back with unmistakable Latin flavor.
Son of a bitch. Okay, yeah. Let me hop back into VMix real quick.
See, I like Giggleson. Giggleson doesn't come out a lot. But
It
when
doesn't.
He does, it's amazing.
Actually, hold on. Let's click on the tweet. Let's click on the tweet. There we go.
Oh no! Hold on.
And merge. Pour la cultura.
That's about what they sound like, to be honest.
I did that on purpose.
How to say you culturally tone deaf without saying you culturally tone deaf?
Oh my god!
Now I am willing to admit that I don't know what the fuck that symbol is.
A tilde.
Kevin got you. It's a tilde. That's what it's called. Yeah, that's what it's called.
It's a tilde.
Oh. Well then,
but why is it there?
Yeah, there's that. That's the question.
Oh no, I can explain to y'all. This is the first day of Latin Heritage Month.
Oh, that's we get.
Oh, the why
they did it. We're trying to figure out why they chose to do it.
Right. We still don't understand the why. But we understand, but we know why.
But we don't know why.
That's the part. Unmistakable Latin flavor.
You know, I forget y'all can see that in real time now.
Yes.
It's the way that they absolutely committed to this. They committed to this bit by making sure they zoomed in on the thing so that you can make sure you didn't notice, because they thought, young, let me tell you something. When Major said the NYFL, it took me out. It took me out.
Yep.
I was...
Yep.
Like, I'm not even the same that you saw last week. I ascended and have been reborn as a completely different person.
You know what's wild to me? Like, somebody went to like a $1 million, corporate like marketing company, right? And went and said, "Give us something for Latin Heritage Month," and it looked like something that they look like something my 6-year-old adopted daughter would put
No,
together.
no. This is what you turn in as the teacher is walking down your row,
Right.
picking up your term paper.
It's giving late middle school homework. That's what it rushed middle school homework. That's what it's giving.
No, like this is
Sixth grade.
giving this month for Black Heritage Month in 6th grade. We want to talk about the contributions of our Spanish speaking family to American culture. They brought this. That's what they did.
Right.
I'm at Ruin posted the same meme that's sitting right here.
What the NR the NR
No, the lemonade.
Yeah. The lemon yay.
God, someone come get this. Someone come get
Lemon
this.
yay.
But yeah,
Amen. The
somebody
audacity.
managed to topple it
Yep.
with the Inya RA.
In your RA.
This was a joke. LMAO. The NRA doesn't know what an N with a tilde is.
The way I'm scrambling.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays.
Oh boy.
Off to an amazing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Brought to you with unmistakable Latin flavor.
Yeah, I guess. I guess this is where we are now. I am one of your hosts, Marcus Major Linux Summers, twitch.tv/Major Linux. I am joined this week and every week by Kevy Kev. It's your boy Kev in the building.
In the building.
Enye la buildinga. But buildingo.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Is a building masculine or feminine?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it, Major. Don't do it.
Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
It's okay. We don't got to do this.
We don't got to do this, Major. It's cool.
Hold on. Because Young mentioned it. Give me a second.
I how do you? Oh, yours is easy.
Put some Enya on his name.
Bringing the unmistakable Latin flavor.
Oh, the pain.
Mm-hmm. We are in the last days.
Syniasiac.
We are in the full last days.
Hey everyone, welcome to Thursday.
Oh Lord.
NFL. NFL.
LA. Oh boy.
'Twas the night before iPhone 14 release. And all in my office is chaos because UPS does not know how to update shit.
Oh no.
But yeah, I don't think it's UPS. I think that they were just waiting for the phones to show up at wherever they need to show up. And hey, my phone is on the way.
Wonderful. We love that for you.
Hooray for me. All right, so I'm sorry, I got thrown off by this shit, and I'm just
No worry, no worries, Major. I got you on this one. So normally, Major would say, "Hey, fellas, what have you been up to this week since our last episode?" I'll
actually I
go
wanted to
first
do
this
some
time.
housekeeping because of the thing up top. Oh, y'all can't see it because it's an OBS.
Correct.
But yes, there is a donation bar up top. Hope you see it. It's amazing. I've partnered with Be The Match and Lamfest. I'm gonna take my headphones off because this is annoying again because I'm about to speak a lot. I partnered with Be The Match and Lamfest to raise money to help find donors and to find cures and treatments for various blood diseases, including blood cancer. The event is called Stream the Match. Very happy to be a part of it. I'm doing this for the next 3 days. There's actually a big event happening on Saturday over at the Mall of America. You can catch that over at twitch.tv/landfest for all those festivities. I won't be able to attend because I'm going to a football game. But anywho, if you would like to help me raise the $100 you can see up there, we are $59 short of that. You can go to the link in the chat because, hey, guess what, everybody? I got the bot working again. And it's updated with that new command, STM for Stream the Match. You can definitely help me out by going to majors.house/STM. That will take you to my Stream the Match page where I am raising $100 for Be The Match, helping find bone marrow donors to, again, help facilitate the curing and treatment of many bone diseases, including, but not limited to, bone cancer. So yeah, please help me out with that. Really would appreciate it. Not only as somebody who's raising the money, but as somebody who's a Landfest board member. We would like for this to succeed. Hooray. It's the first time we're doing it. Now, Kev, Sin, we could go over what we did this week, or we could dive into what has to be the biggest game section we have ever come across.
So big, in fact, it might be the only guest section we get through today.
And how? Because we heard from not one, not two, but the big three: Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo.
It was like E3 who?
And
E3
then,
what?
And then Sega was like, "Don't forget us. We used to make consoles too.
Yeah.
We only got Yakuza, but we're just gonna talk about Yakuza."
Yeah.
We're going to 1 a.m. I mean, that's what y'all
I don't
want.
know.
I don't know about that.
I mean, you could want it, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. So yeah, we heard from the big three and just a whole bunch of other shit that's just happened around it because it also happens to be it also happens to be TGS. So it makes sense why Sony and Nintendo had events today or yesterday. No. It's 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
This week's been a blur.
It has, man.
So what say you, gentlemen? Shall we just dig in?
Sure, although I will remind everybody, because these are my favorite kinds of updates to give y'all, we had another sign language class yesterday.
Hey.
So I now know how to tell you all of my hobbies.
And they are.
Well, we learned how to say things like, I like to hang out with my friends.
Oh.
And play video games.
I've done one of those things with you. Still waiting on the form.
Also, like things like listening to music. We also found out that there isn't a sign for podcasts yet because they are not accessible enough for deaf people to enjoy them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's layers, dog.
But we learned reading, and we learned writing, and we learned sewing and knitting, canoeing, kayaking, walking, hiking, biking, swimming. Like, we learned a whole bunch of different things. I'm gonna like not know what these words are in a month from now, but it's great to know at this moment.
Yes.
Well,
And we get to talk about, and for our last lesson, we get to talk about pets.
ooh. I would at least like to say that when this podcast is live recorded and streaming on Twitch, we are accessible. We do have closed captioning. And I know people like to have the closed captioning that's just on the screen all the time, and I guess that will work for YouTube. But we have the settings where, hey, we can turn it off and on.
Mm-hmm.
You have it off. Is it accurate? I mean, it's as accurate as any other one that you would have. The beauty of mine is that it works on device. Well, maybe. But it doesn't require a browser. And that's the thing that I want. But it
Now
also
all we have
means
to do
that
is make transcript for it, and that's the tool of wonderful things like Descript.
Premiere does it now too.
So there you go.
I should probably do that. Is it something I added? It's something I added. There is a I have the GitHub repo for it. I'll post it in the Discord. But yeah, it's an OBS plugin that I have installed that does all of the transcribing for me. And it mingles it with the video, sends it to Twitch, and Twitch just parses it out. It makes sense why it works because it isn't Twitch's. Well. Also, I think I can get I think I can get OBS to, or I can get that plugin to output the transcript to a file. So I could even do it live. But anyway, that's enough of that. It's time to get into the news. And honestly, I thought the craziest thing I would see. Oh, wrong button. Is this Xperia Stream phone cooler. A full-featured cooling system for your fucking phone. Listen, if we are at a point in time where we need to cool down our phones with external fans, we are doing too much.
That part.
It might be.
This is too much. If I wanted something hot in my hands, I get a Steam Deck. I'm trying.
Here, let me ask this question. What does this phone, because, I looked at this and I'm just like, oh, okay, they have like a little handheld game thing. What's the big deal about that? Some of them do need cooling devices. Like the Switch has one. What's the problem? Do you have any idea how far I had to look back to realize that that was a phone?
That's not a phone. The thing they announced is a cooling solution for a phone.
Ooh, sweet baby Jesus.
Respectfully, pack it up. Pack it up.
Thank you.
No. Pack this up and take it home immediately. No one asked for this. Why do you have a phone? Like, how do you have a phone that's out here toasting bread? Like, seriously, no.
Yeah. I refuse to be on my phone that much when my phone needs to be cooled down.
There are phones out here that require so much power they put 2 operational USB-C ports on them. You can charge the phone up with both at the same fucking time.
Who made this phone?
I think it was Lenovo.
Y'all, why? Like, y'all are doing too much. This phone is for text messages and calling people primarily. What are you doing that you need 2 power ports for this? And you also releasing a cooling thing instead of just refactoring your phone and being like, maybe we did a little bit too much and we can do better with this. Because phones have existed for a minute. Y'all have models to follow about how not to do this. Someone make this make sense.
What mobile game is existing that takes this much fucking power?
I want to know
It is for gaming. It is for gaming.
Is that what the phone was for? Because
the Sony Xperia 1.4 being powered by I don't. Okay, the cooling system consists of a fan, which the fan is definitely needed. As we noted in our Xperia 1.4 review, the phone had extremely poor sustained performance.
So I went to go click through to see what this phone looked like. Bro, for that, you had to make a cooling system for this.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
Pack that right on up.
That's a no for me, dog.
But what it will give you if you were to buy this, 3.5 millimeter jack, an HDMI port, a LAN port, and another USB-C port.
Apparently, this thing was made for streaming mobile games.
Yeah, it's a content creator phone. Like the Sony Xperia phones are known to be like the top class when it comes to pictures, video, all that shit. Sony normally makes the price.
It's also more expensive than my current rent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like if you were looking for the best Samsung phone, you're probably getting the Sony Xperia.
Yeah. The answer is no. Yeah. But also, I looked at that thing and I saw an Ethernet port and I thought, oh, okay, this is a game console. What's the big deal about it? Only to find out it was for a phone. Yo, I am shook.
Yeah, them Dislight and Merge Mansion streams about to slap.
Because what I'm seeing here at this point is, hey, why don't y'all just go ahead and get into the handheld market, Sony? You clearly miss it. Just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, they can bang a portable console out. You know.
I mean, but do they have experience with that?
With making handheld devices?
You want to say it?
Yeah,
you want to say that one more time?
You want to say that one more time? Does Sony have any experience making handheld devices?
You want to say that one more time, son?
Does Sony have any experience making any handheld devices?
Do you mean like the PS Vita?
Oh, they did?
The PSP?
Or the PSP?
Oh, the things PSP that just came out kind of fizzled because nobody really wanted them because they couldn't compete with Nintendo?
But they had experience, though.
Wait a minute. What do you mean the things that kind of fizzled? Wait, what? Hold on.
They fizzled.
They fizzled like a Windows phone.
No, they fizzled because of
probably because of the pricing point.
Proprietary technology. Like Kev was struggling with proprietary.
Yeah, I'm trying to say it, but can't say it because words is hard. So yeah,
proprietary. No, I can't say it. I just get. I can't say it.
Damn. Because again, it's a dumb concept. Because once the thing goes wrong, what I found out, thanks to Major's lovely gift of his PlayStation TV, I now have to find a Vita memory card in a time and age where a Vita memory card is hard to find.
Didn't we find those converters?
Them converters don't do nothing. Them converters don't convert. them converters are for homebrew use. But if you're just trying to use it legitimately with the stuff that you own, that's a problem.
Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense because you would also need to format it, and they
Yeah.
probably sell them pre-formatted. Fuck.
So yeah, it's like you trying to. It's like I would have to find like either one that is like a scraped, like basically saying like trying to find the old bootleg of the old technology. That's gonna be kind of hard in the midst of a pandemic when everybody is buying up legacy consoles and legacy accessories has been stressful. So I was just kind of like, well, I'll just put like however many games I can put on it. And I think that was like maybe like 3 or 4, and that was about it. So on the onboard memory, because Sony can't put too much on board, otherwise they won't buy our proprietary systems and accessories.
Also, I'm mad that Sin had to put me out on blast like that.
Mm-hmm. Like I say, the fact that the PlayStation 3 has a micro USB aggravates me because it should have also had, because all the other stuff should have micro USB to start with instead of have whatever the fuck they had.
I mean, at least the memory stick from the PSP was a thing that was fairly out there at the time of its
Right.
release because they were in Sony cameras.
Right. Until
Vita
like,
memory cards is
SD
like
came
that was only for the Vita.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Why?
Why? Why can't you be like micro USB or SD cards like everybody else did? Right.
That
Because you know
magic gate.
Because you know what really killed what Nintendo did that really killed the Vita? SD cards.
Yeah. I mean, also just
like,
better games.
I mean, yes, better games, but SD cards. But plus affordable chargers and SD cards. What it's still doing, micro SD cards. It's saying like we can proprietary all
But
day,
also,
or we could just give you SD cards.
Also remember Nintendo's philosophy. They would rather make their tech off of things that already exist.
Which again is why they won, because it was instead of having to invent a whole new memory card system, just use what is available and make that work. And that's how they won. By not overthinking it. Bespoke solutions. Again. Why would you make something hard when you just make it easy?
Again, bespoke solutions.
Yeah, it all comes back to bespoke solutions. Might as well be the bespoke solution cast, because it's all coming back to me.
Anywho.
So for everyone's facts, while I was over here, we did a quick fact check over here. The PSP didn't do as well as the DS, but they didn't necessarily do poorly commercially speaking. They sold about 80 million units.
No, they sold comfortably well.
Let's ask Square Enix.
Huh?
You know,
Let's ask Square Enix. Hey, how do you think that Vita performed? Terrible.
No, not the. No, I didn't say the. I'm talking about the PSP, not the Vita.
Steel.
I mean, how did SE feel about it? I guess they felt good enough about it to keep making one for 10 years, and people felt good enough about it to keep buying them for that long. So
and companies were still making like,
yes, Sony felt good. Square Enix probably not. What was it? Tomb Raider sold like 100 million. What? Guardians of the Galaxy was like the best game out there, And you're like,
That was the Western.
flop.
Because they never really they wanted access to Western development, but they never really cared about Western development. That's
And
all
that's
they
why
want.
they got sold.
And that's why they got sold for cheap. They got sold for damn near pennies on the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
When
Whoa,
like
Activision, no. Ruin. You shut your mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. You can get sleeping dogs out your motherfucking mouth.
Listen, they said it not. Listen, they said it. We're
Sleeping Dogs was not a bad game. Sleeping Dogs was not a bad game. It just came out at a bad time.
Alternate facts.
When open world games weren't like hitting the way they was hitting.
That is like
because you had
one. Sleeping Dogs is like one of like 5 games that I will replay.
Right. It got buried under the juggernaut that was Grand Theft Auto 5. But I will never take away from that. And because again, when people were like, I could play the Sleeping Dogs or I could play Grand Theft Auto 5.
Why
and
not
people
both?
just chose 5. I mean, could be both. I mean, that was at the time when you had like Saints Row the Third,
garbage,
and like GTA 5 coming out, and they were big games. They were big games, loved by big communities, and yet when you're making an open world game at the time, it kind of got a lot of times games get buried. I mean, it happens.
Not to me. Sleeping Dogs was great.
Right.
Always.
That game deserved better. Exactly. It
Saints Row can go just die on a fire. The old one. I don't know about the new one. I've heard things about the new one, but I played the old ones. It's not
right.
It's not good.
Like the games mentioned weren't necessarily flops. They just didn't sell the millions and millions of copies that Square Enix wanted them to make. But they weren't supposed to. They were supposed to make enough to fund their projects and keep it moving. Like that's it. That's how fundamental games work. They make money back to pay off the development and fund other projects. You know.
Anywho, Sony wants to make a handheld, but not a handheld.
Sony
wants to be in the PC market, but not in the PC market.
Yep.
And in news, because we're talking to all of that stuff, apparently Adobe decided to buy one of their competitors today. And what I'm going to say is, for those of y'all like me who were enjoying Figma, I feel your grief. I understand.
So, Ubisoft had an event Saturday. Mm-hmm. Prior to that event, a better Ubisoft came out and said that, hey, Ubisoft ain't did shit that we asked them to do. Yves Guillemot, Ubisoft CEO, I like saying his name. Yves Guillemot. Defends company against criticism of reforms, but campaigners demand deeper change. This echo is fucking with me. Eventually I'm going to solve it. But Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot has defended the company's efforts at reforming itself following an explosive wave of harassment allegations against senior staff in 2020. Speaking to GI.biz, Guillemot repudiated reports that the company had made minimal progress in the wake of the harassment scandal, speaking in depth after high-profile dismissals, new company structures, and why he didn't quit as CEO when it became clear how toxic Ubisoft's workplace had become. See, we did things. See, we did it. We moved it a little bit to the left.
Mission accomplished.
Yes.
All right, pack it up until next summer.
We are now at step 3 profit. What more do you want? No, Ruin will never stop consolidating. That's how you know you win at capitalism. Speaking of Ubisoft, getting into bed with anybody that they want to.
You want to know what, like, with anybody that they want to, this sounded like, for a moment there, I thought you were talking about Stadia.
Stadia.
I mean, sure. I'm just waiting for them to slip into Microsoft's DMs.
Ooh.
Sliding in the DMs got them in that bad thing in the first place.
This is the whole point. That's the joke. Netflix preps 3 Ubisoft mobile games for 2023, including Assassin's Creed. So if you have a Netflix account, there's some mobile games you can play, and apparently one of them is good. I've heard people are playing some Netflix game or whatever.
Okay.
I keep forgetting to unsubscribe to Netflix, but now,
yeah.
Excuse me, there's an anime that just came out that I'm kind of interested in watching.
Yeah, you said, yeah. Yeah, I think the only thing I have Netflix for is like British Bake Off. It nailed it, and whatever shows I haven't watched it. I haven't watched yet, and whatever movie that might come out. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I only started watching again because Cobra Kai came out.
Yeah, also, I gotta get into Cobra Kai.
I do not understand for that plot, why in the hell are they using children to fight their battles?
They were children.
For which one?
Cobra Kai.
They were children in the first movie.
I get it. They are adults now. They can handle their own shit.
Well, I mean, something. Here's the thing about Cobra Kai, right? The fact, like, the question that you're asking is also a large part of the plot. It's meant to force you to ask that question because the characters from the show, if I'm not mistaken, from what I heard, also have to contend with we're literally weaponizing children against each other because of our petty bullshit, and we need to fix something along those lines because this is nonsense.
Yes. It's still like Daniel LaRusso and Frank. No, I can't. Don't tell me I forgot my man's name. Jesus Christ! How many times have I seen that movie?
Not Frank Castle, but also
Johnny Lawrence. Frank Castle.
Johnny Lawrence. Yeah. It's still the All Valley Karate Championships every time, every time because reasons. It's Cobra Kai versus Miyagi Do every time. And it's like, why can't y'all just have that battle that y'all needed to have and get that out your system as opposed to
it's like
weaponizing children?
Y'all right there, space, opportunity, and I'm pretty sure if y'all were to just fight in this alley, nobody's gonna call cops on the other. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless Danny got his ass whooped, go back to his wife and, oh my God, somebody jumped you. We need to call the cops.
Like, nah, baby. If you think I look bad, you see the other guy.
It really got to me at one point. It's like, y'all weaponizing these kids. It's like fucking Metal Gear, man.
Mm-hmm. it almost smacks of Iron Blooded Orphans in a way. Everything comes back to IBO.
I mean, to be fair, 1.5, I will say 1.5 out of the 3 kids the main children in this show are fucking orphans. What? No. I'll say like one complete child. Because it's like a fraction of them. Whether it's like dad's too busy, dad's a drunk, dad disappeared, and now mom is a flake.
Mm-hmm. You need something to do. Martial arts.
Just anyway,
Because you would
it's
think
still good.
Think,
it's still good, but it's like, why are children fighting this?
you would think the concept of it would be children learning discipline through martial arts as Danny did. And yet no, apparently not.
Yeah, because none of them did. None of those kids did any of that. Even Danny's kids.
Nope. It's like especially Danny's kids, because Miyagi was like, "No, you don't do that, bro."
All these motherfuckers just wanted to fucking fight, just constantly.
Yeah, because especially like Karate Kid 2, when my man's like, "Look, when like Sato, he was like, look, Miyagi's like, look, I don't want to fight you, because I will win." And what would that prove? You are a rich and powerful man in Hokkaido, and not Hokkaido, in Okinawa. You are a rich and powerful man. Can't that just be enough? Can't that just be enough? All right? And man's had to save his life for him to realize that it was enough. Because, like I say, we are two old men. We have nothing to fight about at this point. I have moved on and I'm just coming back to see my people.
Like, I'm out here living my life unbothered, unblemished, flourishing. And so could you, because we're too old for this shit.
Right. That's the whole
thing.
We are
too grown for this.
Right. And Danny saw it, and Danny was around it, and Danny acknowledged it, and nothing transferred it to Cobra Kai. Because now you are the two old men. You are Miyagi and Sato, and y'all are both sitting up here. Like, can't y'all just move on and just be two old men? I mean, if you want to teach children karate, that's another thing. But don't have them warring against each other. Really? So, yeah. We had a little bit of a conversation about Karate Kid, so yeah.
So yeah, Netflix. They're still pushing games.
Yeah.
Play them if you want.
I won't.
There are Ubisoft games there.
I definitely won't.
Moving on to Halo. The head of Halo is leaving Xbox after 15 years in charge.
Good.
You not a big fan of Bonnie Ross?
I'm not a fan of 343, but okay. You
See, Ross is departing amid widespread. Sorry, what?
I was going to say, I wish the best for her and her family based on that article, but I'll let you continue reading.
But
I'm trying to. There we go. While I'd hoped to stay with Halo until we release the winter update, I am letting you know I will be leaving 343 and attending to a family medical issue. I'm incredibly proud of the work everyone at 343 Industries has done with Halo Infinite and Halo Infinite, the Master Chief Collection, the Halo television series, and so much more. Ross is departing amid widespread unhappiness and apathy over the state of Halo Infinite. While the game's campaign multiplayer launched to generally favorable reviews last year, 343 Industries recently delayed the next multiplayer season to March 2023. Damn! And the launch of the long-awaited Forge customization mode from September to November. Campaign co-op was also delayed from late August target launch to November, and the company also announced the cancellation of local split screen co-op.
How do y'all feel about that?
Again, I hope she handles the ship. But Halo, on the other hand, 343 may want to branch out, create something new.
Just let it go. Just like, you know what?
Change the name of 343 to whatever the weird thing is in your new game.
454.
Bring back 98 Sport or 989 Sports. And you have basketball and football. And maybe baseball. Because you're borrowing the competitions right now.
Because see, these Halos were these 343 Halos have been hitting the way they thought they was gonna hit.
Bungie got out. Well, technically, Bungie wanted to be out after the first one.
Yeah. They were like,
But they realized they couldn't put everything into the first one, so they made the second one. And then that one was just bad.
it was
So
just
then they
like,
made 3 to kind of finish it. And they were like, all right, we're done here. This is it.
Yeah.
But what about Microsoft comes in like, but what about Reach though? Okay, but that's the last one. Time to let Activision. No.
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 It's the speed at which both of y'all were just like, so I don't know if I have a strong enough word for the passion that I have when I tell you absolutely the fuck not, but no.
Okay,
No.
wait. Maybe we misunderstood Ruin. Are you saying
Ruin.
that Activision be Microsoft's FPS? Ruin? Now, if you're saying that, I'm pretty sure there's some Sony fans who are going to look you dead and say, fuck you.
No.
But if you were saying that if you're saying that Activision takes Halo, no. Just let it go. Just let it fly away.
I would just say let it either, if it can't go to like a main like Xbox Game Studios, make it like a big flashy big event thing. Sure. All hands it in certain processes, maybe. But 343,
No, I think just Halo should go away and 343 should just work on something else.
Work on something else. And we don't even know if we're gonna get a Gear 6. I would rather pass to the Coalition.
Nope. No Halo. Halo.
I would rather, like I said, either no Halo
That's
or
it.
to
Full
another
stop.
studio.
No option. That's it. Just no Halo.
You know what? You know what would be good?
No.
Like whoever makes like Age of Empires, make another Halo Wars.
No.
And that's it.
No. Just no more Halo.
That's not gonna happen.
Old.
That's not gonna
old.
happen.
Halo is old. Just let it go.
Mike, that's like saying, hey, let's not make Mario no more.
Look, Nintendo knows what the fuck they're doing. They have not dropped the back except for Sunshine. Mario has been good all the time. But if you are consistently making bad hits, you hang it up. That's it.
Yeah, Halo is the face of the company.
Now it's going to be Marcus Phoenix.
Mark's getting a little longer too.
Or Rasputin, or
You know, I would be more happy to see a Rasputin than I would.
Or
Because his game's
Forza
hit.
Car. We're gonna make Forza Car the face of Xbox.
You know, because I think Rasputin would be a better face than Master Chief, and all his games hit. Like Rasputin's games, all the Psychonauts games have always hit.
Right. That's like saying, like, man, his batting average is 100. He only batted twice.
Yep, that's why he's so good.
I mean, but listen, if you hit
knocked
2
it
out of
out
2,
every
you
time.
hit 2 out of 2.
Yeah, you had 2 out of 2. You good?
Okay, so let's be serious. Who would be the new? All right, let's do this.
Crash Bandicoot.
Damn it!
Well, now-
Crash Bandicoot could be
Now,
the new
like,
face of Xbox.
Once the check clears,
Yep.
once the dust settles, Crash could be the thing of Xbox. But for now, I would say Blinks the Time Cat. But anyway, no, I'm just kidding.
So we got 343. I don't know who World's Edge is, so we're just gonna skip them. The Coalition, Compulsion. They did Contrast and We Happy Few.
Yeah.
I'll leave them out. So
Yeah,
343, The Coalition, Double Fine, The Initiative, which I think is they're doing
I think
Perfect
that's
Dark, right?
I think that's Prey.
No.
No, Perfect Dark.
Perfect
Yeah,
Dark.
Perfect.
Yes, it is Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
Mojang,
Mm-hmm.
Ninja
Okay.
Theory,
That's
the Viking one with the mental health thing.
Senua.
Yes,
Senua Sacrifice. It's
Yeah.
Hellblade, right?
Hellblade.
Yeah. Hellblade. Yeah.
What's going on, Ali Oxen? How you doing? The win is a win by an inch or a mile. Obsidian, Playground Games, Rare, Turn 10, Undead Labs. And then we got Bethesda Game Studios, ZeniMax Online, Tango Gameworks, id, Arcane, Machine Games, and Roundhouse Studios.
Yeah. Arcane.
Well, I don't know who Roundhouse is. What they do? I can't even.
Roundhouse.
There's not even a link. Can't even click on
I'm
that.
gonna look that up. I'll look that up.
If you gotta look it up, they're not on the list.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to figure out what they did.
So I'm hearing Steve.
Oh yeah, Steve.
Steve from Minecraft.
Steve. Yeah, Steve. Conquer from Rare. And
It's gotta be like that wholesome.
Okay, Banjo for Rare.
Let's see.
Diddy Kong for Rare.
That's Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. That's Nintendo. They will
But
not.
wasn't Rare responsible for making part of that?
They don't own the IP.
They don't own the IP.
Do they is that a qualifier at this point? Do they
Yes.
have to own the IP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot
What do you
play
mean
a
looking at
Diddy.
this? You did-
You can't play a Diddy Kong game on Xbox. What the fuck are you saying?
You really can't. You really cannot.
Diddy
Did you play
Kong.
Crash?
Diddy Kong is a Nintendo property.
I went and mentioned like Crash Bandicoot. for
Crash
a thing, and I didn't know
Bandicoot
what
is owned
property
by
belonged to.
Activision.
Yeah, so bad.
I didn't know that. I just put that. I just threw it.
That's why we were saying, like, yeah, once that check clears, once all this clears and they get ABK, yeah, Crash Bandicoot could be the face
Right.
of Xbox.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's just a check clearing, then I mean, can we revisit the Diddy conversation? What's the amount of coin on that?
Do you not remember we covered a story where Nintendo laughed
I'm gonna go ahead and
Xbox
stop
out
you
of
right
the
there.
office?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Nintendo laughed Microsoft out of the office.
Yep.
when Microsoft tried to buy Nintendo. That's how much coin you need when Nintendo was laughing you out of the office.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta slap that briefcase. That's motherfucker. I'm serious.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft didn't have that.
I'm
They
up there
still
with a
don't.
You pull up with like the largest denomination of bills, like 3 briefcases full. They're just like, where's the rest of it? Is this a down payment?
Wow.
I see a truck outside. Is that where the rest of the money is? No,
Sir, that's a dump truck.
Is that where the money
Okay,
resides? Where the money resides?
Because if that's not your truck down there and full of like additional dollar bills, like the ones you have in these 3, admittedly adorable little suitcases or whatever, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and take your Hello Kitty money and go back home.
They tried to bring the Duffies in, and it's just like, nope.
Unless you got
They come marching in like 8, was it? Like 11 men with 2 duffel bags each. Like an Ocean's 11. Is this the down payment?
It's down payment, right?
So, looking at Marcus Phoenix, Rasputin, Steve. You know it's not going to be Senua. It ain't going to be her, because if there is a woman on a box for a video game, why are you making my console political?
We hate the women. We hate the women.
Hold on for a moment. Why are you making my console political? Meanwhile, fighting for the life of the president in Washington, D.C. and armed to the teeth just isn't, you know what? Let me go ahead and look at this person reading this label on Raisin Bran.
Obsidian, the kids from Grounded. Playground Games, Turn 10. I see Cars, but Playground's also making Fable. Like I said, we could do multitude of characters from Rare. They even have Sea of Thieves. Ruin mentioned Pirate Ship. Yeah, like Ali mentioned, Banjo-Kazooie. A zombie from State of Decay. Doom. Well, not Doom Guy. Well, I can see Doom Guy.
Doom Guy, BJ Blazkowicz.
Yeah. I can't remember the Cole from Deathloop.
Oh,
Which is very topical now. Doomslayer on the cover. That's it. Doomslayer wins. Oh, Coltrane. Oh, that would be good.
Oh, that's my dream. That's my dream cosplay right there.
The Coltrane on the cover. Let's go.
If I can get that, if I could do that armor.
But again, all that to say, let's wrap up Halo.
Yep.
I think Bonnie Ross agrees, and this Halo developer, David Berger, who served as lead developer on Infinite's ambitious slip space engine technology, will leave the studio, according to reports by Windows Central and Lords of Gaming. So again, we just need to leave Halo. Leave it alone. Unless you're making TV shows. Because Halo Season 2. Production has begun. Let's go.
Okay, if y'all watching that, y'all let me know how it goes, yeah?
It's great. I like it. We give up Halo. Let it be a TV show. Young, I agree. I think that was the big issue, was making it a games
That
as a
part.
service.
That part. Couldn't just make it a game with some multiplayer. Had to make it a live
Okay,
service.
I have to say this. So Ruin says, I've heard that TV show was meh. I've heard that about literally every show that I watch and enjoy. And I like that's fine. If I enjoy meh shows, I enjoy meh shows.
Same.
But I'm always gonna cheerlead the fucking show that I'm watching. I just learned to
Yep.
not take it as personal anymore.
I am of the mindset of, if a show doesn't make me physically angry by the end of it,
Yeah.
then I'm fine.
That's why I
the amount
cannot
of shows.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm just saying, like, the amount of shows that has made me like, oh, I've loved this until like the last, like, the series finale, and then it upended everything that I knew and loved and wanted in a show, and then be like, oh, I can't never watch this again.
Game of Thrones?
No, not Game
Ooh.
of Thrones, Royal Pains. But that's another conversation. No,
So a Tyler
I
Perry
mean-
joint?
no, it's not Tyler Perry joint. It's a USA show.
Oh
Great
wait,
premise.
yeah. I know.
It's
Got
a show on
that.
USA. Great
Yeah,
premise.
I know what you're talking about.
Great premise. It's like ER meets the Hamptons. It's a really good show. But but yeah, the last like 3 episodes was like, fuck everything that all that goodwill that we built up, and none of it even matters, and everything is whatever, and we're just gonna like retcon a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, the problem that these people had, yeah, none of that matters anymore. Let's just get them back together again, because why? That part. And so yeah, it just was like one of them shows where I'm like, yeah, it was a great idea and a good premise, but it absolutely screwed all of the pooch, and it was like, yep, no, it's good. I burnt all the goodwill that it made. But yeah. If a show doesn't make me mad and it ends on a relatively good note, we're good. Doesn't matter if it's mad, doesn't matter, I just need to like characters, and I just need to understand the plot and premise. But if it doesn't like upset me and waste my time, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah, for me, it's just the reason why, like, I get that people want to sit there and rank things and rate things, and like we're going to get to obviously the big things from this week, but to see so many people talk about, hey, did this event disappoint you? Did this one disappoint you? Did this event disappoint you? Like, shut up. Did you know these games existed before the event? No? Then you got more. Your life was benefited. Nobody took shit from you.
Plus, when you lower your expectations going into these events, you're not disappointed.
Like, my whole thing is like, I don't know how to make games. People make games. I am impressed by what I am seeing, because it did not exist before they sat down, keyboard, pens, whatever. That is impressive. If it's a game that I want, I'm excited. If it is a game that I don't want, I can care less. Yes, there are things I am looking for. That's a relatively new thing for me, where I'm actively looking for a game that was announced but hadn't come out. Specifically,
what-
Advance Wars.
So what are we talking about here?
Oh, just how people are always looking for disappointments in things. Whereas, like Ruin said, like, I heard the Halo show was meh. The Halo show did not exist a few years ago. It exists.
So-
it increases
You mean the
the
TV
story.
show?
Yes.
Okay.
It.
I know that there's always like isn't there also like a collection of books on this?
They've been writing books for decades. Like Halo was like what, 20 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they wrote books. Like, this is loosely based off of some of those books.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Source material.
I was a little miffed at what they were doing in the first episode of the show, but I waited till I finished to start looking things up. So that I wouldn't spoil myself on the episode, because I know people wake up at fucking midnight to watch a show.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
streaming. So I
Yeah.
waited till after I finished the first episode, just look things up. And like the first thing I saw was like, yeah, the reason why this doesn't match is because it's another timeline. When I read that, there was no need for me to be upset. Because like if you're saying that you're following the games and nothing in this show happened the way it did in the games, I might be a little bit upset. But when you tell me that it's divergent, this is like it's like we're now in the Halo multiverse, so to speak, or the Halo cinematic universe. Cool, do what you want. I don't care what fucking Master Chief does. I don't care that halfway through the first episode he took his helmet off. I think that's fucking cool. The one thing I wanted this motherfucker to do in a video game was to take his damn helmet off. I want to know if he's human. So the fact that like fucking nerds in their fucking mom's basements getting all bent out of shape, like, this isn't the Halo that I watch on that I play on my Xbox. Excuse me, that realized what I was doing. Apologize for that, and I corrected. But for them to complain like this isn't the Xbox, this isn't the Halo I played on my Xbox. So you can go play Xbox. Master Chief Collection's on Game Pass. Pick that up. Play fucking Halo. Let me enjoy my show. This is great. This is Halo I don't have to play. That's why I like As Dust Falls. I ain't got to do much of shit in there. That story is compelling.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love a good show that locks
But
you
Major,
in.
what if they watched it and didn't enjoy it? Cool.
That's on them too.
Yeah.
But but if you have the ability to watch the show, check the show out. Commit to them 2 or 3 episodes, and then if it's not of your liking, then it's like cool. Many people don't like
too, but yeah, it's like
many people don't like stuff and they've never even seen it, and you're like,
yeah,
well, how do you don't like it?
Like how She-Hulk was like review bombed, and no episodes were out.
No episodes are out. Simply on the trailer alone. If that. She's not the thick Hulk. She's not the thick She-Hulk.
So
She's the She-Hulk guy.
here's the thing. I have some thoughts about this, and I'm going to say this, and I'm also going to preface this with saying I want to add balance here to just one thing. It's possible for someone to just see stuff and have their reasons for not liking things, right? But in a time where people are really quick to critique without understanding what it is that they're critiquing, that is a problem. It's not the fact that people just don't like. If you watch the show and you don't like it, then you watch the show and you don't like it. You can have like your things that you just watch and you're just like, that's not for me. But there's a difference between, hey, that's not for me, and this is objectively bad. And when people talk about things, they try to talk about them and talk to other people about them like they're just the authority on that subject, and that part bothers me. If it's not for you, then cool, it's not for you. But if other people enjoy it, you don't walk up to them and be like, this whole thing is actually hot garbage, unless you can, unless it's just like, hey, I know that for example, the last Airbender movie, the very first one that they did, I think everybody can agree that that movie was hot trash. And there was still somebody who watched it and thought, okay, it's hot trash, but guilty pleasure, it goes into the guilty pleasures box because I thought this was funny for whatever reason, right? So there's that. But people just, like, I've also been on the other side of this where people are just like, the all-female Ghostbusters was terrible and are ruining cinema. I can't believe that y'all like made this cartoon character look completely different. And most recently, I can't believe y'all have like a black mermaid. Everything is terrible, is going to shit. I like a black woman just won an Emmy, and now we have to wonder if awards are worth doing. Like, y'all are just so quick to critique things you don't understand, don't process, haven't asked enough questions about, or whatever, just to be the person to say something in the room when you literally could just turn on a different program, watch a different movie, play a different game, and like if you have to kiki about it, kiki in your personal group in your text messages and keep it moving.
Exactly.
PS also, like Major said, because I do want to touch on that, even if you don't like things, it's not helpful for you to go into every media you consume waiting for the shoe to drop about something that you're going to hate about it. Just go into the things that you're watching or reading or otherwise processing and try to accept them on their own terms. You will find many things a lot more enjoyable that way.
I learned that lesson with what was it? Revengeance. Metal Gear Revengeance. That game was announced, it was coming out. I'm excited. It's coming out on my birthday. Let's go. I'm gonna get it. For one reason or another, I couldn't get it. So I was seeing the reviews for it. Oh, this isn't the Metal Gear that you could. This isn't the Metal Gear you're looking for. This is not good. This is not good. I was like, oh, don't tell me you let me down. No. But then I picked it up. Figured I'd try it out anyway. One of the best fucking games I've ever played. Just amazing. Chef's kiss. Like, who does not like this? It is the only platinum game that I enjoy.
Right. I think that was to a degree that was like metal. I think it was like Marvel Avengers game, where it was like, you know, I would have never paid actual money for this, and I get some of the criticisms, but overall the game was not bad.
Yeah,
it was
like
maybe a 6.5.
For
maybe
what
6,
I played,
possibly 6.5.
Yeah, like for what I played, it's like this isn't stopping me from wanting to play it.
Yeah. It's like now the barrier of entry is so low that I could try this game out to at least see what the fuss is about. And so I was like, this was not bad. Now, if I had paid $60, I might feel a bit of a way about it.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
But as the game as a whole, it's not that bad.
Yeah, like I regret buying Killzone Shadowfell. I bought it used. Popped that in the PS4. I was like, no, this is not great. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And chuck the disc somewhere.
That was PS4 Ratchet and Clank, and I got all the way up to the end, and I was gritting my teeth the whole time, even though I played Clank for $8, and I had an awesomely bad time and enjoyed that game for how absolutely weird as shit it was. And I had a great time beating it because it was hard as hell, but I enjoyed it. And we got through it, and I was like, look. And we got through it, and we never spoke of it again. Because it was like, I can't have a PlayStation 4 without playing Knack, and the performance was horrendous. I mean, I don't really care much about frames as much as frames, but the frame rate was garbage for a literal first party. Like, Mark Cerny should be ashamed of himself.
He pushed his
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You created the PlayStation, and you can't create a game that runs on the hardware that you created the game for. How fucking dare, sir? How fucking dare?
Because he knew what the limits were, so I'm gonna push.
He pushed it too hard.
I'm giving it all, just got Captain.
You did not know how much dilithium you was gonna have to hold, and yet you created the systems, and
I
yet you
thought
taxed
that
them
was
too
from
hard.
Star Trek. I thought
Yeah.
dilithium was from Star Trek. I'm not sure if I mentioned I am playing a game called Egg Incorporated. And one of the eggs is dilithium eggs. And it's like I have heard my nerd brain is triggering in a way it never really does.
You may not have tapped it fully into Star Trek,
Look,
but you know enough.
I'm only watching Lower Decks.
I need to go ahead and watch
It's
Lower Decks
funny.
too.
It's funny.
Cause I do like a good Star Trek.
Here's
I
the thing, like it's the only palatable Star Trek to me. I feel like Star Trek is too dense in its science. Just like I don't care enough. But if you do the sci-fi hijinks, but you make it funny, it is fun. Like you don't have to. You're not sitting there trying to learn shit. It's just funny.
I really think you would like Deep Space Nine. I really.
Yeah, I
think
tried
you
to
would
watch
like
Next Generation, and I really tried to hang on to it because it was on
Yeah.
like Netflix briefly. I'm not sure if it
Yeah.
still is. It probably is
Might
because of
still be.
Paramount.
Yeah.
But I
But,
tried to like. I remember as a kid, I would watch Star Trek,
Yeah.
The Next Generation. But I was a kid. I didn't get any of this shit. It was cool
No,
to
I
see,
didn't.
to see
I had
Picard
no idea.
and
I
shit.
had no idea.
But yeah, I tried to
But
watch
yeah.
it as an adult, and it's like, this seems like a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I recommend TNG. I recommend TNG, Deep Space Nine. I do not recommend Voyager because, like, Voyager is a slog. It is a utter slog. It's pretty much Gilligan's Island, but Star Trek.
I mean,
If
if
you
it's
know,
funny.
you know.
Oh, it's not funny. Okay. All right. Well,
It's
enough
not
about space
But if you
drama.
know, you know.
Well, enough about space dramas.
Yeah.
Deathloop.
Yeah.
Again, the faces of Xbox.
And they're black.
That's why. But yes, Deathloop is coming to Game Pass and Xbox in general next week.
Oh, my week is full. My week is full. And I'm not even playing it. And my week is full. It's too many slices.
So this is the article about it, allegedly coming, but it has been confirmed. I thought I'd change the article, but I didn't. Oh, I bought it. I need to get back to it. I needed to play that game immediately. In ABK news, Modern Warfare 2 wants your phone number if you were playing the game on PC. So let that sink in. I'm letting it sink in because I really want to play this game on PC. Luckily, I have 3 phone numbers. They can get the one I use the least. Sony told UK regulators giving Microsoft control of Activision makes games like Call of Duty. Giving Microsoft control of Activision games like Call of Duty has major negative implications. But Microsoft has responded. They're saying that
let's talk about the rich people fighting. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
This affects us though.
I'm here for it.
And then some of us actually do have a vested interest in this. Well, no, actually I don't. Because I don't own a PS5. But I feel like this is less about rich people fighting and more like, because like when I say rich people fighting, it's like nobody is disadvantaged or nobody is gaining an advantage on our level. This isn't one of those things. Because this is determining who is going to be able to play games on a console in 3+ years from now. And I think that's what makes sense. Who's talking about Halo, Ruin?
No, I mean, you know something? Well, I mean, actually, there's an interest for somebody on the ground probably, but it's not me because it's Call of Duty. Like, let me put it like this. The people that I have run into who have played Call of Duty, with a handful of exceptions, every time I run into them, I also run into bad news and I get called like 3 slurs. So, like, listen.
So again, there's so Overwatch, Diablo,
That's what happens if they get Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is an Activision title. We're talking about the ABK acquisition.
There is a thing where, here, I'm going to explain this. I went and read the title of the article. The title of the article was, "Giving Microsoft control of Activision games like Call of Duty has negative implications." I read the words Call of Duty and immediately checked out of the rest of this article.
As you can see, though, on your monitors, like Xbox plus Activision Blizzard game. So there are more games here.
Someone save us from the acquisition of Candy Crush. Like, surely all is lost.
Nobody's giving a shit about that. Nobody's giving a shit.
Nope.
They can take Diablo Immortal if they want.
Ruin, you're right. That's what this is. That's what Sony is bitching about. But no, actually, there's no but. There's no but there. That is exactly what this is. Like, Microsoft coming out and saying, like they say here, it makes zero business sense for Microsoft to remove Call of Duty from PlayStation.
That part.
None.
No part. No.
And you want to know why I know it makes none? Because when Microsoft bought ZeniMax, ain't nobody said shit.
Not a thing.
It was a
Not a
surprise. It was announced, and it was a surprise when it was completed. Because nobody complained.
Yeah, that Game Pass that day got full.
Like, and I say that because Sony knows that ZeniMax, none of their games, especially when it was coming from Bethesda, was working properly. They would have been like, you know what? Fine, cool. Y'all do whatever you want to do. It's not like we were benefiting from any of this.
Yeah, some of them games
It
broke.
makes PC, Fallout, and Elder Scrolls never works on a PlayStation.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Starfield. But the people who are complaining about Starfield not being available on PlayStation are the same people who would complain that it's not running right on PlayStation. It's the same fucking engine.
Right.
But yeah, people are complaining. Like, Sony's making us think about it because, one, they got marketing away from Xbox, bringing all the Call of Duty players to PlayStation. Because again, they don't give a shit about Overwatch. They don't give a shit about Diablo. They ain't looking at anything else that ABK makes except for Call of Duty. That's the only thing they got money tied into. Ain't nobody screaming about Overwatch. Ain't nobody screaming about Diablo. Sony is just staying focused on Call of Duty. Like, we got the fans out here. Well, no, because that's Starfield, so that's different. So yeah. Yeah, nobody's complaining. Ain't nobody complaining.
Nobody's complaining.
Except for Sony with Call of Duty.
Right, because they in themselves feel like, oh, Starfield's going to be a flop, so, flop.
And it's also the thing, too, where for the most part, I feel like Call of Duty plays well enough on most machines to where even the console players probably picked up a cheap PC somewhere to play on PC. There are more people playing on PC than I have ever seen.
Right.
Because one, they're streaming their shit. Yeah, because like they're streaming that shit and they realize they can't really do it on console like that. I am not saying that there aren't people who are playing competitive Call of Duty who aren't streaming Call of Duty on a console. But even those people at a certain point look at how cheap a PC would be and just pick it up on PC and just like, look, I'm gonna make a potato stream, try to make some money, and then try to build it up. Right. Or save money, especially now that graphics cards are cheap again, or decent prices, not cheap, but just decent prices, to where they can go and hit up NZXT and get a build, or Corsair and get a IQ system or whatever the fuck it's called.
That and the capture card, boom, you streaming.
Yeah. And some of these PC makers, like they will put one in there for you. That we ain't gotta worry about it.
Go to Best Buy, Micro Center.
I'm playing COD on PC all day.
Oh yeah. I mean, if I did, yeah.
To this day.
Today. I mean, I remember OG Call of Duty, World War II. I played that. Buddy lent me his key license, and I played it for a while, and then it stopped working, and I was like, oh yeah, I needed my key back. You could let me have it. Be great.
Hackers are annoying everywhere. Let me stop, because I'll say if I let hackers ruin my fun, I wouldn't be playing, but I also don't play Titanfall 2 for that reason. But then again, I'm not playing online. I don't play Titanfall 2 online, so actually I don't know what I'm afraid of. But it seems like they've got a hold of the launcher, and like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it don't make any sense. It really doesn't. But I mean,
I think it's Sony mad. I think so.
I think that's what it's the marketing dollars more than anything.
Right. Because again, Microsoft, like old Phil, is not taking Call of Duty away from them.
At least not immediately.
Not immediately. But will there be like, I think it would be best to be like, hey, you can play this Call of Duty on this PlayStation, but if you want this clean, clear, prestige, things, Xbox is where it's at, baby. Let's go.
You heard it here first. Kev is predicting that cloud gaming, Xbox Game Pass, is going to come to PlayStation, so you play all their first-party titles in the cloud.
I didn't say any of that shit.
That's what Kev said. Because he said if you want the clean, pristine, which means it's not streamed.
No. I said, no. I said they will release it on PlayStation and make PlayStation versions. But they will be like, hey, trailers are going to drop on Xbox, on the Xbox YouTube. They're going to be Xbox YouTube centric Call of Duty streams. You're not going to see that shit on PlayStation. There will be no state of play where Call of Duty exists. But it'll be on PlayStation. PlayStation will be like, here you go. You can have a trailer. You can play it on your PlayStation page. But for day one Game Pass, that's going to cover day one Game Pass. Like Xbox specific content, DLC, perks for Game Pass, and and exclusivity
I'm just
for
waiting.
like
Game. I'm just gonna say. I'll put the prediction on. Game Pass is coming. Game Pass
and cloud
streaming.
gaming.
Game Pass streaming is coming to PlayStation, and that's the only way you'll be able to play Call of
It
Duty
will
on
never.
PlayStation.
It will never come to PlayStation. It will never happen. Never in a million years. PlayStation is like PlayStation is like an old miser. They will never do it. Do you know how long it took them to allow better games to have crossplay?
Somebody had to pay the
ball.
Somebody had to pay the price for that.
Yeah.
Remember,
Like
they charged devs to enable that.
And they charged them to do it.
Let's see. I'm going to no, screw it. A new browser in the browser tech threatens Steam users. Just going to put it out here. Be careful what you click on. Just be careful.
Yeah.
The Xbox app now. Words. Excuse me. Xbox app on PC now launches faster and has HowLongToBeat integration.
Okay,
Which
we
is
like
awesome.
that.
Yeah. Brittany was telling me about that the other day, where it's like that like a lot of our game buying or choosing experiences have been how long does it take this game to beat so that we can fit this game into like our lives, because I've already looked up Live Alive. It takes about 30 hours. I was like, you know what, I might want to jump back into like Chrono Trigger, and then it was like, oh, that's 30 hours. So
there it is.
It actually is good to have like integration to be able to let you know like how long this game is going to be, so that we can kind of like prepare for that.
Well,
Because I ain't looking for
Oh, there it goes.
Game.
That's neat.
Alright.
But Ruin, like, here's the thing. There was a point where it didn't matter how long a game took for me to beat, sure, but also at that same time, I didn't have as many things demanding time and attention and focus and all that other stuff as I do now. Also,
good grief.
Games then, it was like 60 hours or 4 discs worth of games, but you were getting some quality stuff. Now you just get games that are just long with no particular reason, or have massive worlds for no particular reason, with whole chunks of the area you can only see but not explore. And it's like 100 hours worth of content for absolutely nothing except for beating your head against the wall. Sometimes you just want to pick up a game and you want to like run a couple of rounds of it, or you just want something that's nice, neat, and compact and has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it doesn't take months of your life to do it. Like, just, I would like to binge this over a weekend and feel satisfied with that binging when I get to the end of it.
Yeah, I'm now seeing how this is going to be really useful when I'm like, I have a weekend, I want to sit and just play games, and it can kind of see like how much time I can dedicate to it. Like, seeing that Bugsnax is about 7 hours. That's a weekend game.
Well, like, here's the other thing too. It's also really beneficial if you do streams and stuff, because I know how long my streams are. And if I'm like, hey, I would just like to pull a game out of a queue that I haven't played before, but I have no idea how long they are, and I can go, hey, tell me what the shortest game on here is. This one's 2 hours. We're gonna go and play that real quick because it's 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. I played a game. I played a game.
I was going to say,
I'm sorry, this is bullshit.
There's a thing about the game being long, but it's just like it's long, but they're also long and not satisfying.
Mm-hmm. I'm calling bullshit.
Example,
I'm calling
games
bullshit.
Games that are long but satisfying. Final Fantasy Tactics, if you do all the secret things, and even then, that game isn't that long. You can do that game in a weekend.
Yeah,
this is bullshit.
Why? For what?
This is an online game. There is no story. How the hell does it take 7 hours to complete a game out of Among Us?
I'm guessing this is one of those, and it depends on. There are some things that it depends on too. If you go to, I don't know what they're importing here. I know if you go to the actual website, they break stuff down into categories. So you have how long does it take to beat the game if you just run from start to finish and you don't do collectibles? How long does it take for you to play the game if you do all the collectibles and the DLC and everything else in between?
See, you could have been like Microsoft Flight Simulator. Just don't have that data. The Minecraft launcher, nothing.
I'm pretty sure Minecraft on the website actually has that information.
Like how long it is to beat Minecraft.
To get
Yep,
from
it
like
does.
start to Ender Dragon.
Minecraft, if you run it solo, 131 hours. If you run it co-op, 331 hours.
The fuck?
That's what they
Yeah,
have
I
on
think
here.
that's
Then they have things like Minecraft Dungeons from start to finish. If you do the main story, 5 hours. If you do the main stuff plus extra stuff, 11 hours. Like it's broken down by category if you go to the actual website to go look at it.
So look at Among Us.
Whoops.
Oh, there's actually a view details link. So it will take me to the link. It'll take me to the
There you go.
co-op is 17 hours versus is 18 and a half. Who is reporting this?
I would honestly like to know.
See, that's my point. That's my point. How are you reporting this? It's not a story you can complete. So, like, my point is valid here. This does not make any sense. What's happening on Steam? Oh, item in my wish list is on sale. I should check it out. So yeah. New updates on the Xbox app on PC. It would be nice if this showed up on the Xbox too. Just saying. Just putting it out there. Discord voice chat is now available on Xbox consoles.
Neat.
It is dumb though. You have to initiate the call on your phone and then push it to the Xbox.
You know what this feels like? This feels like when you want to like get access to an Elgato like key light, but in order for you to do that, you have to have Wi-Fi. Even if you don't have to be on Wi-Fi to control any of the settings, once you get it connected to your computer, like you can literally turn the Wi-Fi connection off right after that, and it works.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Elgato is not that.
It's kind of like, no, just stop doing that. That's not necessary.
Why would you be
So
putting me
whoever
on
took
blast?
this,
I mean, Rowan, why would you be putting me on blast like that?
I'm not putting Kevin on blast. This reminds me of when Nintendo showed off how to use voice chat on the Switch. It does not. Yeah, that. Anywho, it's nice that whoever took this screenshot. Apparently, they have a child who is playing Peppa Pig, or maybe they're enjoying Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
Of course, if you were to turn on mine, you might see Snoopy. No, you would definitely see Snoopy because that is a disc that apparently lives in my Xbox now. Because everything I have is digital. But yeah, you might see some Paw Patrol. No, not this.
Oh, that was bad. That was
Not
so bad.
this.
That was so bad. That was so bad. I hate Nintendo for that.
And like they really tied that shit in with the theming of Splatoon.
Yeah, Splatoon 2, like when you could just easily just be like have Discord on your phone and do all this.
Or just voice chat in the game.
That would be nice. But yet no.
I don't know what they have now.
There is nothing. They don't have it. Discord. That's what they have.
In more Discord news, Discord starts rolling out new forum channels to help organize conversations. And I'm going to switch off of this because I have an example. I bought a clip. And apparently there's a new thing in here. We have forums now on the Discord, majors.house/Discord. We are now using forums. See, look at that bot just working. The bot just botting.
See, now that's cool. Stuff like that's cool because there's many a times when you're in like, say, like somebody's chat, or you're in like the voice chat, and you just want to have a deep conversation about, I don't know, Rings of Power. But you don't want everybody who's seen Rings of Power to see all the conversationals that you're talking about. Now you can just do forums and then just absolutely gush about how awesome Disa is. And Disa is the best. So, yeah, I think this is cool because many times me and another friend's Discord have had big, long conversations about shows, and it's just like, what is even happening? And you walk, and somebody comes in and is like, "What are you guys talking about?" Now you could be like, we can have all them conversations in a forum post as opposed to just the general text channel.
I mean, well, you could have still done that if you created a channel proper. Well, I feel like what this is doing is organizing like different topics and just being able to kind of create the threads on the topic. It's more like the threads feature just kind of blown up.
Right.
It's something what I want to do with this, actually, like this is the Major's House server. What I want to do with it is actually take Tech Talk entries and put them in here.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But as Sin is pointing out, actually, they can go up to a week. So I have my default
like depending on
week.
whether or not you have I think that depends on whether or not the server is like boosted or nitro or whatever else.
I didn't see that. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's hidden by boost. It felt like it would have told me that otherwise.
No, not hidden. I'm talking about the length of time that a thread can exist.
That's what. Oh, a thread itself, yes, but the forums, I don't think it has that same limitation.
Oh no, the forums are a completely different creature.
Yeah, like
they will still
disappear.
Threads.
Yeah,
I was answering a question about threads and
that's threads. What's happening there. They will disappear with a varying length of time depending on how boosted the server is. The forums do that too. But it is not locked. I think everybody has access to threads. Can exist up to a week of inactivity.
Yeah. Well, like the thing is, and when we say threads exist, that just means like you can just like find them and do stuff. There is also a button at the top right corner of the screen when you're in a channel that if it has threads there, you can just see the threads that exist and like it's just right there. You can just see all the threads that have happened. And if you want to dig any of them out of archives and go, oh, wait, let me comment about that or let me read stuff, you can. Like they don't delete themselves or anything. They just archive themselves after a time.
See, I forget this exists. So part of me doesn't even worry about the expiration of a thread. Like there's no need. It's still technically there and you can comment on it and make it active again.
I used to worry about that, and then I found that up there, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay, never mind." Like we're not.
It was a very pointless thing to worry about.
Well, I think it was one of those things that we're worried about because, like most things with Discord, the first time they do them, and this is no tea, no shade, the first time they roll out a feature, they're kind of unclear and you're not sure what's happening because the buttons are in places you don't expect them to be. They implement the features correctly, but the places that they put them on the UI can be a little bit off-putting or hard to find the first time they roll them out. And then they redo them and they're great.
Yeah. So I'm liking how this is. Would like to use them to kind of put news articles in it. The one thing I think I'm going to have an issue with is that I would have to create, I think I would have to create like 3 different forums. Like, or the same amount of forums that are here. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But
7.
what would you be creating them? What would you be creating those for?
For a tech forum, gaming, streaming, software updates, exploits, and deals.
I wonder, and if it, it would be nice if they had them, but I know that they don't because they haven't, probably haven't thought about it, or it might be entirely too much work on the technical side to deal with in a proper fashion. But being like, hey, what if we just gave you a one-time option to convert a channel into another type?
That would be nice. Hold on, let me see. Edit channel. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can do it now. It would be nice if you could, though.
Would be.
Wait a second. So I don't see that same thread restriction here either. Because it would used to tell you that you can't. And I know I have not been boosted in some time, but I have up to a week now. I think they've removed that restriction for boosts.
If they do that, if they did, then that's cool.
Let's see. That's level 2. Okay, so that's the same one. Level 2 with 2 and 7. Hold on. There's another one that has none. Yeah. I'm in a server that has not been boosted at all. And I can get up to a week.
Actually, there would be a really easy way to test this real quick over here.
Yeah, what's up, Ron? Some question, y'all know where to see how long. Oh, where to see it? It would be, so if you look at the page here, got your name included with where to play it. It's like about halfway down if you have it fully up. But again, mileage may vary depending on your screen resolution. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's because of Nitro. Like, I just went into a non-Nitro boosted server. Oh. Yeah, Sin, do you have Discord Nitro?
I think I don't, but I think someone boosted the server recently.
Kev, do you have Discord Nitro?
No.
Is your server boosted?
No, it looks like so it looks like you might be right over here. I just went to go look up the support article because it's right over there. So they got about a week up there, and then they have how many of these things threads and server boosting? Okay. Oh, wait. Nope, that is a thing. Okay. So they say we have specific thread perks with server boosting for archive time and private threads. At level 1, you get a thread with a maximum of 3 days of no activity. At level 2, you get 1 week, 3 days, 1 day, and 1 hour as options. Okay. Additionally, you have the ability to create private threads.
A private thread? Wait a sec. What are you talking about? Level? I am on level 2. Oh, that's a goal. Level 2. Never mind. All right. Fine. But wait a second. What the goal is, if it's level 2 that can do a week, how am I able to do a week at level 1?
This is you asking me. I'm just reading the support article.
And I'm asking, as the person looking at the support article, give me these answers.
You asked me as a person reading an article, not as a person who works here.
I don't see a difference.
That's for everybody who's following along at home.
Yep, I don't know how that works. Don't make any sense to me. I got wheat, but maybe it's because I'm nitro.
Maybe.
There's so many ways to give. Okay, you know what? Because there are so many ways to give companies money. It is very confusing as to how, like, what do I get for the money I'm giving them?
Wait, how did I end up giving you money accidentally is what I hear you saying, and it's very funny.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I am purposely subscribed to Discord Nitro. What I am saying is, between me using Nitro and whoever spent money to boost my server, who is also subscribed to Nitro, what combination of things are happening to give me the features that I have? That's what I'm saying. It's like when I try to figure out, can I play Elder Scrolls Online on PC with Game Pass? No, but yes. How? But not really. But then I discovered I own it on Steam, so I was like, well, that solved that problem. EA announces kernel-level anti-cheat system for PC games coming first to FIFA 23. EA. Oh, I'm gonna put me on the one shot. I really. EA. You were doing so well. Ubisoft and ABK were taking the heat from you. But then you had to pull this bullshit. Why, EA? Why? What have we done to you? We have supported you. We saw the moves you were making with Star Wars and Respawn and leaving them alone. You backed off the loot boxes. You were a good little company. You were doing things. Sure, you misstepped with DICE with Battlefield 2042. But you were doing great things. And now this. Shame. Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
Sure do.
But just like any torture suspect, they'll pull out the poisonous snake, bite you with the venom, and then give you the antidote. The Sims 4 base game is going free to play next month. Of course, you still have to pay for all the packs and expansions and all that shit, but at least the base game will be free to play starting October 18th. What are your thoughts? Are we going to get any more Simmers now that it's going free to play?
Sims going free to play. I know there might be like a couple of people who pick it up, but the community around Sims is pretty strong. So I wouldn't be surprised if it got more people into it.
Oh, Sims 4 with all the DLC. The Sims 3 was not a grand. Not with all the DLC. I refuse to believe that.
It was not a grand.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at that right there. FIFA 23. I'm just. Good Lord. The fact that Ubisoft is trying to give away Ubisoft Plus for a month, and I look at all the games that I have access on EA Play. Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, yeah, that did help me find Sims 4 faster. But all these games I have on EA Play that you get access to with Game Pass. Look at this. Ubisoft can't even touch this. It's a shame. See, digital deluxe edition costs $27, but that's with EA Play.
I need you to talk about grazing animals in pastures
Uh-oh.
there.
Oh, because the GOAT has arrived.
How's it going, Binka?
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT is coming in hot.
All that Destiny raiding and shit. Sims 4 deal. I'm sorry, I still cannot believe all that shit costs $1 grand. I can't believe it. I don't believe you. Let's see here. I'm gonna pull this because I think it's on Steam. It should be easier for me to do on Steam. See, Sims 4 costs $20. View the full list. All right, so let's see. It's 40 per pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nine, voice mod
10,
incoming.
11.
Binka, we need Binka to come to the front counter and pick up this triple caramel frappuccino. Binka, to the counter, please.
All right, so 11 times 40 is what? 440?
11 times what?
11 times 40 is 440.
It is correct.
Oh, you want to add it all to cart. All right. How do you add all of it to cart all at once? Oh shit! Nah, he was right. How? You know what? We're reaching out to Xperia. Smam, questions need answers. As an EA game changer for The Sims, who I hope has been compensated for their work, I have questions. How does this game, if you want every single thing, you are spending over $1,000.
I mean, do we want to talk about how half of that for the longest time didn't include black skin or hair textures, or
How? And this doesn't even include the game. The base game right now is $20. So again, 20 plus 980. That is $1,004. Anka thinks that this game is bigger than Call of Duty. It's bigger than Red Dead Redemption 2. How? How, Sway? Don't make no sense. This makes no sense. This wasn't the antidote I thought it was going to be. Like, not even. Okay. Remember when an ad company was trying to buy Unity? Yeah, they're not anymore. Unity is safe. They just need to get rid of, I don't know, EA's John Riccitiello. Speaking of birthdays, I mean, we weren't, but I was thinking about it. Before I get into this, I want to bring something up. I meant to bring it up at the beginning, but I forgot. Do y'all know it's been 2 years since we first started this show? After the collapse and the move and to mental self-caring that I went through. The mental self-caring. That's what I meant to say, not Karen. Tech Talk Thursdays has been a thing for 2 years. I wish I had Kev's hand clap of praise button. Why I feel longer? Because it's been work. Shit.
what a wild time.
Work. But while we can celebrate 2 years and counting, Babylon's Fall can't even celebrate 1. This game was dead on arrival, and they are pulling support for it in February 2023. So Babylon has indeed fallen. It fell. It's no more. All right, now here's this part of the show that people have come for, and I know as soon as we talk about it, they're all going to go. I'm sorry, wait, no, I'm sorry. No, this is Yakuza spinoff. Judgment is now on PC. Judgment and Lost Judgment are on PC.
It's about damn time.
Now, class, do you remember why this is a big deal? Why I may be mentioning this? No? Nobody remembers? It was because the agency that works with the character or with the actor the character is modeled after was afraid to put his face on PC because he was afraid of what modders would do to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not even copyright like this. Modders. The Yagami's like.
I mean, to be
like,
fair,
oh.
modders are very powerful people.
They are. And the thing is, it's not that the actor himself didn't want it. He was like, I would love for this to be on PC. I think it was at one point he may have overstepped and said it was coming to PC at one point, and they were like, no, the fuck it's not. So apparently they worked out their issues, and Judgment and Lost Judgment are coming or have arrived on PC. So now all of the Yakuza games of late have made it to PC. But in more RGG news, Like a Dragon 8 has been announced and will be coming out in 2024. And ladies and gentlemen, Kiryu is back. And it looks like he's seen some shit.
The way that every single person who likes Yakuza just got an entire buffet delivered straight to their bedroom with Whitney Houston playing in the background, or Anita Baker, depending on your choice, at sunrise on the most gentle Saturday morning possible.
And on top of that, they are dropping Yakuza. It's just now Like a Dragon. But yes, on top of Like a Dragon 8, we're going to find out what Kiryu was up to between 6 and 8 with Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Somebody really needs to edit the Japanese when it comes to giving games names. But don't worry, we have more from RRG coming up a little bit later. First, I do want to mention that Sable is coming to the PlayStation 5 with new content and features. And they'll use adaptive triggers. You can feel what it's like to float.
Nice.
Also leaked, but made official. Boy,
yep.
I swear, hit after hit after hit, attack after attack on PlayStation fans. Because Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection arrives on PC October 19th. Just when I was getting close to buying that PlayStation. Just let go of the rope.
Don't do it. Don't have to.
All right, Anka. Also, can I get another hand clap for Anka? Like just give her flowers. I saw on LinkedIn, and I'm not sure how accurate it is because they tend to celebrate work anniversaries in the middle of a month. But Anka has been a Red Hatter for a year. It was a year ago that we were talking about her new job. I've turned a Windows baby into a Linux baby. Yes, I congratulated you on LinkedIn. But I forgot, Anka's probably deleted every social media app from her phone. So let's see here. Uncharted Series 2 Most Epic Adventures will be available on PC for the first time. So this is 4 and this is 4 and The Lost Legacy. But all right, we're going to turn this over to Kev for the Kev Corner, aka, oh my God, he has it. Go ahead and show him again. I put you on the one shot. He's got notes.
I wrote down notes.
Got notes.
Everybody stand
Now,
for the reading of the word.
Mm-hmm. You know, we're gonna go over the last minutes.
Wow.
So, the Nintendo Direct. Now, a lot of good happened. A lot of bad happened. Not a lot of good. Well, one real bad thing happened. And then like a bunch of like good things. Now, when people were talking about the whole, this was all farming. This was all farming. This was like Nintendo Farming Direct. It was really only like 4 games. It was like 4 games.
But out of how many?
out of a lot. Cause see this list? This was a lot.
And it seemed like it was a lot of farming though.
No, it was only like 4. It was Fae Farm. It was like Story of Seasons. It was Harvestella. And it was Room Factor 5 and Room Factor 3. That was it.
It's 2 of them.
It was
back
literally
to back,
4
right
games.
there. It's back to back, right there.
Yeah, them.
Oh,
and then
look. They just like, there's most of them in text.
Yep. And then Room Factor 3 Special, which is a remake of Room Factor 3 on the 3DS, because that's what the Switch is now. So yeah, so when people were like, "Oh my god, there was a lot of farming games," well, it was more than 1. So it was like 4. So
but still more than what we wanted, but
more than what you wanted. But see, here's how it started. It started with Fire Emblem Engage, and it ended with Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It had GoldenEye online play. They talked about Splatfest, which was the funniest part to me, where it was like one of the funny parts. They announced Pikmin 4 and showed more Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope and the Just Dance game. But well, Just Dance is always, Just Dance is just dancing. If it's a Nintendo anything, they're gonna talk about Just Dance. So yeah. So I'm not gonna read off the full list because we ain't got real time for the full list.
Ruin wants you to stop for a second. He wants you to talk about Pikmin 4.
Talk about Pikmin 4. Okay, I will talk about the Miyamoto moment.
Not the Miyamoto moment.
Yeah, the Miyamoto moment. So we get Miyamoto, and so he's like, "Hey guys, movie's coming out. Like Super Nintendo World is coming out for whatever. That's great. Coming out for Hollywood, that's great." Then he starts saying, "Hey guys, I want to talk about Pikmin." And so when he talks about Pikmin, he's like, "Oh, let's talk about Pikmin Bloom." And I'm like, "Oh, here we go. Oh, here's this man go." And so he talked about Pikmin Bloom more than he talked about 4. And what we got of 4 was like 2, like basically, as you can see right now, 30 seconds of basically like almost like 4 seconds of this, 4 seconds of that, and then boom, title card. And that was it. And I feel like this all looks good because it's running with the Switch in mind. With Pikmin 3 Deluxe, that was basically a Wii U port and not really a natively ran and sourced Pikmin game. So I'm like, yeah, that looks good. I'm excited about that. But I just feel it was so weird that he was just like, "Yo, let's really break down Pikmin Bloom." And oh yeah, here's Pikmin 4. Here you go. A couple seconds of that. That's right. And hey, I made a shirt, guys. You like the shirt? Okay. So yeah. That's all we got. Whatever you seen is whatever you got. But the one games that I liked that I was very fascinated about were Oddballers. I think that's a 4-player co-op game. That looks really cool. If it's on Game Pass, I'm definitely playing it. We got the Front Mission 1 and 2 remakes. I have a very soft spot in my heart for the Front Mission games. Played a lot of Front Mission 4 on PlayStation 2. We got yep, I'm getting there. Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. That's one of the farm. Like I loved all the farming games except for Ruin Factory. I got them down. Octopath Traveler 2. That one was actually really cool. I love that style of games, and I think if Square is making more retro remakes, that should be the style of game they should do. Like they should do yes, in that vein. Because that I think I would love to see a Chrono Trigger in that style. A Chrono Trigger in that style would be awesome. So yeah, Octopath, because the 8 characters. I think I'm more like the world and the industrialized nature of this game as opposed to the second one. The second one was more fantasy and based. This one's more industrialized 1800s. Basically like somewhere between like the 1800s, early 1900s industrialization. So that's pretty cool with fantasy elements. Let's see, what's another one I liked? Fae Farm is good. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. That one. Yeah, that one was cool. That was one of them games I was like between that and Fire Emblem Engage, I was like that's the ones Major's gonna rock with the most. Let's see. The Nintendo 64 game updates. There it is. The Nintendo 64 game updates. Mario Party 1 through 3, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. So that's good. I wonder how like online play would work, because if online play works with that, yeah, especially with Pokemon Stadium, that would slap. That would really slap. Another game by Square, Various Day Life. I'm definitely gonna check that out. I have a good especially with Octopath Traveler 2 and Various Day Life. I feel like those are gonna be coming to like PC.
Yeah, of course they will.
Yeah. So if they come to PC or to like PC Game Pass or to Game Pass, I'm rocking with them. Especially Various Day Life, because I like the I think it's more of like a life sim where it's kind of in the way like Fantasy Life, where you do like you have your party of characters where you go off and do stuff and you hunt monsters, and fight bosses. But then you also have like, oh, let me help out people in the town. Let me help out, help with serving, help with farming, help with like tending animals and such. And so that also helps. And then certain party members have different attacks and abilities that are reminiscent to their profession. So that's cool. So I'm very happy to see that. Harvestella, but definitely not on Switch. Definitely not on Switch. If Harvestella is not on Switch, if there's a Harvestella PC version, I'd rather check that out instead of the Switch version. Every time I see Harvestella, it looks very rough. The frame rates do not be frame rating.
Did you see
Crisis Core?
What he said? Various Day Life has been on Steam for 2 days.
2 days? Exactly. That's going on the wish. Okay, cool. That's going on the wish list. Yep. So that's good. Adding that to the wish list. Crisis Core, I think that's also going to be. I think Crisis Core might also be on PC.
Yes.
Nothing but Xbox. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Endless Dungeon.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me verify that.
Yeah. Check and verify. Endless Dungeon. That's gonna be that. I was looking forward to that one because I think that's a 3-player dungeon roguelite game. I'm kind of digging the roguelites.
No, it is not.
It's not.
Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S.
Okay. Whenever
No
it does
PC.
come on a PC, whenever it does come out on PC, I'll check that out.
I will probably pick this up on Xbox.
Yeah. Let me see. Yep. I think that's more the ones that I'm excited about. The big misses for me. Oh, the big misses were Miyamoto's head fake. That was the Pikmin bloom that didn't even need to be in there. That could have been a separate trailer. Let's see.
If you don't mention the biggest miss,
Resident Evil on the Cloud.
Major.
I got my notes, babe. Major.
I'm sorry. There's a huge miss, and if he don't say it,
I mean, you could say it.
Let him have
you could say the miss.
No, I'll let him
say the miss.
I'll let him finish.
Not like it's not sounding like you want me to finish, Major. You sound like
go and finish. Go and finish.
Yeah. So Sifu, that was a big miss. That was a big miss. That was a huge miss because I was not thinking about Sifu on the Switch. I was definitely not thinking about Sifu on the Switch. I pretty much wrote Sifu parentheses doesn't look good. It don't. Next big miss was the Resident Evil games in the cloud, where they're 8's gonna be released, but then they're also releasing 7 and 2 and 3. Those were big misses to me. Another big miss to me was this game called Ib. I saw the. I'm not really a fan of the horror elements, and I'm definitely not a fan of that art style altogether. So that was a big miss to me. What else was another big miss? Golf is coming to the Nintendo Switch Sports. What they said it was coming in the fall, and now they're saying like, well, actually, it might be holiday. And I'm like, take your time. We don't care that much.
But they give you something. They give you something to bide your time though, because everyone's golf.
Like, that's cool.
Everyone's golf.
Yeah, everybody's
coming to Switch.
Yeah, everyone's golf, and I think that's probably the better golf game. Let's see. What was another miss? It takes two on the Switch. Yeah, that definitely looked rough. That was a very rough game.
It's a Switch. It's okay. All right, Digital Foundry.
Look, I know the limitations.
It's a Switch. It ain't gonna look that great. It's a Switch.
Nope. I know it's a Switch. Still didn't look good. So anyway, I've seen games look.
Kevin just goes app and just flips the page over
Yeah.
and keeps right on going.
Yeah, it's a Switch. Okay, it's a Switch. Still didn't look good. Anyway, let me see. GoldenEye's coming. Oh wait, GoldenEye's coming back. That wasn't a miss. That was a hit. That was a hit to me. And Bayonetta wasn't a hit. Bayonetta was a hit. It wasn't a miss. I think that's pretty much honorable mentions. Honorable mentions. Tales of Symphonia Remastered. That was dope. That was good. That was kind of cool to see that. Fitness boxing, Fist of the North Star. I feel like every time I looked at that, I just wanted to go. That's what I wanted to do. That was fun to me.
Nobody's stopping you from doing that. Just do that on stream.
Yeah, I feel I retweeted, I quote tweeted, if You Was Shock is not like one of the songs in that game, you have the Fist of the North Star license, and you don't have You Was Shock in there. You know, I would take 2 points off on that, because it's your OP. That's a part of it. Let me see. I think that was pretty much my list. Yeah, pretty much my. I just wrote, and also on part of my list, I wrote Just Dance. Do not care. I do not care. I do not care.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't care. Um, more Mario Strikers Battle League. That was part of the honorable mentions. Let me see. Fatal Frame. Not my game. Not my cup of tea. But I'm not gonna knock it. So if somebody likes it, I'm good with it. Let me see. Rune Factory 3 remake. This is really just for Brittany. They like the Rune Factory games. That's part of the farming sims that I don't really rock with, but I'll let it rock with it. Theater rhythm. Yeah, theater rhythm. If you like Final Fantasy music soundtracks, but you want to play a soundtrack, you like Final Fantasy that much, or you want to play the soundtrack, theater rhythm.
What are you trying to say?
What?
What are you trying to say? I love.
I think I said it. I think I said it, Major. I think I said it. I said if you want to literally play the game of the Final Fantasy soundtrack, that is theater rhythm. I've said that. If you like Final Fantasy that much, that you want to actually a game that is literally you playing the soundtrack, yes, theater rhythm.
Fine.
You press buttons to music. That is the game. A win of who reminds themselves who made this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much I think that's pretty much my coverage.
All right. So
yeah.
I have.
So what was your miss?
I have a miss.
Okay.
I have a miss. Hopefully this works.
You tell this still a black screen?
Hold on. It was supposed to play a movie, but it's not. There we go. I got it. This was my miss.
I feel like they could have did a little bit more. Like played some gameplay.
I'm okay with it. The miss is how is online play on the fucking Switch and not on the Xbox?
That's Xbox L. That didn't got nothing to do with Nintendo. Nintendo said
still a miss. Still a miss.
But that's not what we're here for. We're not here for Xbox. We're here for Nintendo. Nintendo said we have online
you
play.
are incorrect. We are here for bespoke solutions.
Bespoke misses.
We are here for
now
bespoke solutions.
Right. The anger, the irrational anger that you felt is the same irrational anger that I felt when I couldn't play the first Overcooked and I couldn't play the first Moving Out with online play. That's how I felt.
I'm on a superior system. I should have online all the time. Sorry.
You should, and yet you don't. So whose fault is that?
Kevin just said, and yet your bank account reads empty in this regard, sir. The funds are insufficient.
Thank you, Roy. Nintendo can't even do voice chat. Nintendo can't even do fucking voice chat. How they get online play? What
and
the
yet
fuck?
They have online play.
That's a bullshit.
Make that make sense. Make that make sense.
Somebody.
Literally, the one console that came out with online play standard doesn't have it. And yet
the one console that just in the year of our Lord 2022 allowed Bluetooth headphones at the expense of 2 controllers.
So again, make that make sense. The fact that Mario Party 1 through 3 could have smooth online play.
I think it does. Does.
Yeah.
Which you know what that means, right? Mario Party coming to a third place near you.
I'll pull up the expansion pass if that's the case.
Sin, you on board?
I might.
For this month?
Well, I mean, I don't know when the games come out.
Okay.
Well,
So when
see,
when they do, we will have the discussion.
Are we gonna have
if they
time
come
for
out
Mario
and
Party
it's
to get an
solid,
episode?
I might cop a year. But after that, I'm like, I don't know.
I'm not saying we're gonna do 50 turns. Maybe we should
go
to How Long to Beat and see how long each one is.
Someone come get Major.
That was a valid
come
solution, a valid, easy,
Yeah.
non-bespoke solution.
Look here,
Yeah.
Major Linux.
Wow. Wow.
But see
wow.
that's the kind of situation right here, where it's like Nintendo out here tripped into some online play.
The bullshit.
They got online play, and then Microsoft don't.
The bullshit.
And Microsoft owns Rare.
Some bullshit.
And Microsoft cannot have online play for a game from a studio that they own.
Some bullshit.
But Nintendo does.
Some bullshit.
Yeah. You need that's something you need to take to Uncle Phil on that one. I can't answer you. I can't help you.
So my 2 wins here are Fire Emblem, of course. Mario and
Obviously.
Rabbids, of course.
Yep.
There was something else.
What was it called? I got the notes.
I could have sworn there was something else, but
I know when the 5011 farming games.
I think what it was. Oh, it was another miss for me. Was Factorio. Like I'm interested to see what that will look like on the Switch, but I feel like that game will be too complicated for them to be able to do anything great with it. But hey, if you're willing to try, go ahead.
If you want to rock with it. But yeah, my big miss was definitely the Resident Evils on the cloud. And I know Major ain't gonna like this, but I definitely say like native run games on the Switch is not the ideal.
They're not.
But the better one would be the Xbox Series S.
It's the thing of why are we punching too high above our weight class?
That part.
Again, why do mobile phones need additional cooling? We are doing way too much. Look, understand you bought a Switch for a thing. That is it. This is Capcom becoming way too greedy. This is Square Enix becoming way too greedy. But say, we want people to buy our game. We know your system will run it, so we'll just put it in the cloud. That'll solve everything. No. Honestly, that's where.
So they just build a fan with an Ethernet port and an HDMI port.
How do I turn him off? Where is the button to turn him off?
There is no button. there is no button to turn Sin off. Sin will leave on his own accord. Yeah, but see, that's the thing though. It's like where I would be at that point to be like, all right, what point do I know the limitations of the hardware that I love, and why wouldn't I just then take that and be like, yo, let me go take that to PlayStation. Let me go take that to Xbox. Let me go take that to PC. Because I myself would not feel just be like the Kingdom Hearts games are coming out on cloud. And not just 3, but 1 and 2.
Yeah, all of them.
And the fractions. Yeah. So they're all coming out on cloud. Why? Should be it because
they just like money.
Right. So it's like they don't have to port down.
But,
they can just literally make cloud versions and keep it moving.
Hold on. I am being unfair. I feel like that is an accessibility win for these companies to be able to make these versions of games for consoles that can't run them. You know, I should not be mad at that.
But charge accordingly.
True.
Don't charge nobody $60 because you're really charging more. You're charging full native prices for open accessibility to access the
True.
games. And at that point, get your Series S. You know, like, because then you can run those games natively, and they will look good.
But you can't take them with you.
You can't take them with
and
you.
I think,
but guess
like,
what?
So there.
Guess
so
what?
Again, like, there's
if you run into a bad, you're
right. You would technically need to be in a physical space.
You would still need to be in a physical space because they don't run natively.
I forgot. Yeah.
Just play Resident Evil 4 and don't even worry about it. You know.
Let's see, a Series S right now is going.
Wait,
is it on sale?
Veronica. You would be
no, that's not being sold by Walmart. There we go. Amazon.
No, that's that. Yeah.
Okay, so it's $299 for an Xbox Series S.
Yeah.
What are you? Okay, I'm torn. Because I did not realize they cost the same.
It costs the same.
Did not realize that until just now.
Yeah, because you could be like, I literally have a Xbox box and something to run games that I can't run on my Switch.
I would still buy a Switch.
Oh, of course you would. Switch is good.
And it's two consoles in one. It's two consoles.
Yeah, it's two consoles in one. It's portability, but cloud editions suck.
I feel like at that point, I know what I'm getting into. So it's like, if you're like, all right, if I am buying a Resident Evil machine, I'll buy a Series S. But it's like, all right, if I am sitting there in a Best Buy, Walmart, Target, whatever, GameStop,
right,
or in this situation on Amazon, I have $300 to spend on a console. It is between the Series S and the Switch. I don't care what games came on. I just want a console. Let's say I'm a parent.
What Ruin say? What Ruin say?
Wait, which one? The last one?
The last one.
If you're in the market for a portable device to play games the Switch can't play, Valve is here for you.
That solves all the problems.
Bespoke solutions.
If you can get one,
yeah, there you go. If you can get one,
hey,
okay.
Because real, yeah.
So for $100 more, and if you're willing to wait for it,
yeah.
But the thing with the Steam Deck is, natively, it will not plug into a TV. You have to get the dock or get a third-party accessory.
But see, we're not worried about that. We worried about portability.
Oh, you're right. He did say portable.
Portability.
Yeah,
we're talking about portability that runs native apps.
Okay. So yeah, if you're looking for a portable way to play Resident Evil 8, Steam Deck. Or actually, we should probably check on that.
Yeah.
Because hey, they will tell you. Resident Evil 8. Really? Is it just Biohazard? Oh, Village. That's what it is.
Yeah, you had to say Village.
Excuse me. I am so sorry for calling it out of its name.
Yeah.
Steam Cloud. Let's see. I'm going to run a search. Maybe somebody mentioned Steam Deck somewhere. Oh, Steam Deck compatibility playable.
Yeah.
This game has minor audio issues on Steam Deck. So, okay. Native portable game. If we are buying a portable Resident Evil Village machine which is a very bespoke solution we're looking for. The Steam Deck is for you.
Right.
But it's a thing of, all right, if I have $300 to $400 to buy a new console, a new gaming thing, yeah, I think I'm going with the Switch.
Makes sense.
Because like it can do both. There are a lot of games that are on other systems. They may be cloud, they may not be, they may not run as great, but they're still there. I know what I'm getting into as a consumer. As a parent, I don't give a shit. It plays Mario. And the Mario games look good.
Yeah.
Nintendo's first party games are always going to look good.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they build their games and they center their games around the system.
Like Apple's apps are the best apps on iPhone.
Yeah, because they know the architecture and they know the code to build it. That's how they make it work. That's what we're like is like, why is Sifu on this thing? And Sifu looks horrible on Twitch.
I mean, money for one, but
money for one, yes, but then also
it's still the thing of like, you bought the console knowing what you were getting into.
Right.
And that's why I can't understand when. That's why I called you Digital Foundry, because it's like, we know why we bought these consoles. You do not have to beat us over the head with the fact that I wish that it could do more things. Wish it had like a better frame rate, or the ray tracing was better, or the resolution. We understand the hardware limitations. You giving knocks against it because it's a lower powered system makes no sense. If you were comparing a Series X to a PS5, cool. I get it.
Yes.
But comparing Series X to Series S to a Nintendo Switch, 3 different builds of a thing. Why?
It doesn't look good.
That does not make sense to me. Well, but it doesn't look
not
good.
Make sense to you, but it doesn't look good to me. On my list, in my coverage, I said this game does not look good. On my list, in my coverage, as the unintentionally wanted proclaimed Nintendo person, I am saying to you that for a title that I didn't ask for and that I didn't want, I am saying to you that I think this game looks garbage. And I'm saying that with my whole chest. If I am a Nintendo fan, why would I say that this game looks garbage, knowing that this thing cannot run that well?
Okay, I got
that. I am a fan of a thing.
I'm gonna respond to.
So I guess that means I'm not a Nintendo fan, am I not?
Okay, 4 things now. 1, I guess this is my penance for calling you a Nintendo fan. I get everything that I deserve other than that. 2, Ruin says, how childproof is Steam Deck? Probably not very, but hey, you can take it to get repaired.
Probably not very. But you get it repaired though.
Ruin says, hold up. Kev has to have some standards. We can't just accept 15 FPS and 439p.
That part. It's literally like, dude, why?
Well then,
like I understand. Okay. Like I understand you trying. I understand that you're trying to move units. I understand that you're trying to move games. Nothing wrong with that. You do what you got. Do what you got to do. But the game looks bad.
Okay, well then let's go from bad games to good games.
Yeah, there we go.
Sony State of Play kicked off awesome. Literally with a banger.
Yes.
Tekken 8 is on the way. Mm-hmm. Unreal Engine 5 looking amazing.
Oh yeah.
Of course, you got people who are debating whether or not this is pre-rendered or if this is an engine.
Looking kind of in engine to me.
It kind of is.
Yeah. Because I mean, real talk. If it was pre-rendered, even if it was pre-rendered, I think people would have been like, would still be hell yeah, hell yeah, this is great. But I think this is also an engine.
Young says that this it's running real time.
Yeah.
So yes, Tekken 8 has officially been revealed.
Great game. Great looking game.
Of course, God of War Ragnarok got a new trailer, new controller to go with it. You know, game's almost out, so it's whatever. PSVR 2 games were talked about. A lot of people were complaining that there were no signs of the hardware, but people spoke too soon because the next day a lot of gaming outlets were saying, hey, here's our time with the PSVR 2. So that's out there if you're looking for more hardware stuff. I told you we were going to get more RGG content, and we did with Like a Dragon Ishin remake. Apparently this was, I think, it was a Yakuza spinoff that just put like all of the characters in feudal Japan.
Yeah, it was not in America. They didn't release it in America.
So now we get to see Kiryu as a sexy samurai.
Yes. Under his name, Ryoma Sakamoto. Yeah.
Of course, that guy with the blonde hair, he's in it.
Yeah, he was in Kiwami 2. Yeah.
Apparently, they still use guns. They use guns more often in here than they do in regular Japan, or modern Japan. Still crazy fighting. Majima's in here.
Oh yeah. This was the war. This was like the Warring States period. So yeah, you definitely had samurai with guns. Definitely the guns were the European addition to the design.
Hogwarts Legacy had a trailer come out. Pacific Drive. Apparently, you were driving down a road and driving around and through hell. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been equated as a horror game behind wheels. Like the feeling that you feel playing a horror game, but driving in the midst of it. So there'll be jump scares. There'll be horror influenced gory moments. So yeah.
PlayStation Stars loyalty program is going to be rolling out this month with their NFT. I'm sorry, not digital collectibles.
PlayStation Stars.
PlayStation NFTs.
Yep.
Apparently Sin has a game coming out. Sin Duality. Pilot mechs and fight wars or battles and stuff.
Yeah, I love a good mech game.
Very anime inspired.
Yeah, it's like a mech JRPG, action RPG with mechs. So yeah.
Let's see here. I hate that every time I come out of full screen on this website, it takes me back up to the top.
Dagnab, you are IGN.
Yeah, this is poor website design. What are you doing?
Yep.
The game that gave me the most feelings while watching it, especially that initial trailer, Project Eve, renamed to Stellar Blade, had another trailer. I was talking to Pro Quesadilla. He was streaming after the event, and we're sort of talking about how I believe that with UE4 becoming free to play, a lot of these developers from South Korea and China are taking the engine and are doing phenomenal things with it. Like all those good looking games that have been coming from the West that isn't Japan, excuse me, have been running on UE4. And they look great. And very horny. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know. It could be one of those Kojimas. Like, I'll be ashamed of my words and deeds for asking why this woman is like, or this android or whoever this character is, because that her hair does not look natural. Like, it looks like it's very, very synthetic. But maybe there's a reason why she barely has clothes on. It really, I don't know.
I mean, either
It's the
that
fan
or
service.
all of her things are flesh tone.
I mean, there's that maybe, but I don't think that's what that is. I did like the look of that Gandhi dude though at the beginning and the end. That was pretty cyberpunky. In Ubisoft won't do it, so we will news. Neo developer announces open world samurai game Rise of the Ronin. So yeah, this is Team Ninja, partner up with Koei Tecmo. This game really, like when I saw it, it screamed Assassin's Creed. But yeah, was really surprised that it wasn't. But it made me upset when it was announced that this game was coming out in 2024. And Team Ninja doesn't make any ninja games anymore. Which is ironic because Ubisoft did announce that Assassin's Creed codename Red or whatever the fuck it is going to be set in Japan and it's about ninjas. So I imagine both this game and Assassin's Creed Red or whatever it is will be coming out around the same time, and it will be interesting to kind of see which one does it better. And Indie Showcase, Kev, did you catch any of this?
I watched a little bit, but I didn't get like a lot of it. I think I caught some of the Game Pass mentions.
Yeah, the only thing I saw in here that I feel like you would have liked was Turn Up Boy Robs a Bank.
Yep. I like that one.
There's Ghostbusters, Spirits Unleashed.
Yep, like that one too. That one was good.
New addition to City Skylines.
Mm-hmm.
Metal Hellsinger. I've been hearing a whole bunch of good things about that.
Same. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about that.
You Suck at Parking. That's coming to Game Pass soon.
Yeah. I feel like we should add that to the list of third place mentions.
Mm-hmm. Valheim got a release date for Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Ruan and I, we were talking about that yesterday. Like we were talking about the other events, and it's like, yeah, Xbox's was today, but I didn't hear or see anything about it. But then again, I woke up from a nap 15 minutes before a stream and went to stream, so I didn't see anything because I was asleep. And that's it. That's it for all the gaming news. Got a bit of streaming stuff. A little bit of addition from what was discussed last week.
Do we want to do that? We've had so much fun.
Okay, fine. We don't.
All right. You know something?
Nope, I clicked it off. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
Nope, it was already. We saw the dude on the couch. Let's go ahead and do this.
I don't know what dude. I don't know what you're talking about. Ubisoft Plus is available to try for 30 days for free.
Wow, he tried that.
That's cool.
Okay.
Do you really want to go back and talk about it?
We can fight about that next week. It's fine.
No, I'm serious. Look, it was gaming related, but you didn't want to ruin the fun, so I just skipped it.
So what's available to play for those 30 days?
Anything that's pretty much on Game Pass already.
Yeah,
I looked at it and
I
like,
recommend.
no.
I recommend Anode 1800, but that's just me.
I mean, sure. Anna.
Ruin gets it.
Yeah, Ruin gets. I would say. I think I own an Anno game. I should probably download that.
And the only reason why I don't stream Anode and Anode 1800 is because Ubisoft is a piece of shit. And I'm just like, you know what? If I'm gonna morally compromise myself by playing it, I'd rather just not amplify it by streaming it. There's so many other good games that I can play on the indie sphere from indies that aren't total assholes. I'd rather just show them love instead.
I mean, Watch Dogs 2 is good.
Yeah.
I like the stream Watch Dogs 2. And
And that's you, Major.
Speaking of Game Pass, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is joining Game Pass today.
Yeah.
Ni no Kuni series heading to Xbox Game Pass today.
Very excited about that because I have loved Ni no Kuni for a minute. Drippy is annoying, but Drippy is delightfully annoying. That character with the lantern on his nose, yeah, really good. So this is actually really cool. What I really do like about this is that Ni no Kuni has never. I find out that Ni no Kuni has never been on Xbox, so that's cool. And the day that it releases on Xbox, it's on Game Pass. The second game, which is coming out, I think sometime either in the year or next year, that's going to be on Game Pass. So the barrier entry to play Ni no Kuni is super low. Fuck Drippy. Yeah, Drippy's kind of, again, Drippy is annoying. Drippy's adorable, but he's annoying.
It says its follow-up, Ni no Kuni Revenant Kingdom, will then also arrive for Xbox consoles and Game Pass in 2023.
Right. So, yeah, that's like the one thing I definitely love about Game Pass. It lowers the barrier of entry to games, so that you can I'll give it a try. Yep. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a shot. Games that you didn't think you would like, games because that's how I ended up playing 11S, because it was I was going to buy it when it came out on PC. Now it's just said, well, you can play me for free, and I'm like, well, I might as well. I might as well. So I did, and so yeah, it lowers the barrier of entry for the Ni no Kuni. So I'm happy, and the best part about this is, I don't have to play it on my PlayStation 4. That's a great feeling for me. That is a wonderful feeling, because sometimes I'll be like, man, I really want to give Ni no Kuni a shot, and I don't want to buy it and I want to get it on Steam. I might get it on Steam for a sale. And I don't have to, because it's on Game Pass, and I'm happy.
But is it on PC Game Pass?
It is.
Oh, okay.
I'm downloading it as we speak.
That was a weird laugh. That was weird. We're just gonna move on.
We're just out here being a villain.
It was.
Yeah.
But yes, for more Game Pass news, I do recommend that you check out this YouTube video here, This Week in Game Pass, my new weekly show where I talk about all things Game Pass.
Plug it.
Let's see. This week we talked about GoldenEye 007 coming to Game Pass. and how you could possibly end up with 2 copies of it because it's joining Game Pass and Rare Replay, which also is a part of Game Pass. So if you go and look for all the Rare Replay games, you'll notice you have 2 copies. There's an Xbox One version of it, and then there's an Xbox One version, or not, a 360 version of it, and a 360 version with Rare Replay on the top. For every single one of those games, you will have 2 copies. So I think GoldenEye will have 2 different copies because one's Rare Replay, the other one's just Game Pass. Also, it shows that Microsoft was well, no, they weren't. I forgot the last Games with Gold Xbox 360 game was this month. They didn't say nothing about Game Pass. But yeah, we talked about that, and we also played Burnout Paradise, taking on one of the monthly quests for Game Pass. So definitely check that out. Share it around. Show me some love, please. Please. This is a call to action. We don't have a lot of people retweeting calls to action. Please retweet, share with your friends. Somebody can benefit from my Game Pass knowledge. And if you don't, no. Speaking of Xbox things, speaking of Xbox Gold things, free play days are back once again. Got some weekend gaming to enjoy. Golf with Friends and Diablo 3 Eternal Collection are free for the weekend, starting today at 12:01 a.m. Pacific and ending on Sunday, September 18th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. Excuse me. And of course, they will be on sale. I mentioned that because I just wanted to look it up to see if it will, because I am thinking of rebuying Diablo 3 for Xbox.
Someone break out the anointing oil because clearly it is needed in this hour.
What? What did I do now?
You're repurchasing Diablo 3.
Well, I mean, I bought it for the PS4. Didn't really... I thought it was good, but I didn't understand what I had. So I sold it to somebody else years ago. But yeah, I wonder how much is this on BattleNet? If it's cheaper on PC, I might just buy it on PC. But on that note, that's it. All the gaming news that you could handle in 3 hours. Fuck. How's everybody doing? Did you make it to the end? Are you good?
I was making jokes until this lasting until 1 and I'm already tired. Listen, look, Ruin, when I tell you that we looked at the list today and I said we are doing the gaming section
and
you nothing else today.
You said that?
I mean, did we though? Did I though?
I said that.
You said that as a question. I said that as an affirmative statement with several exclamation points.
I don't know. I think I said that.
Rachel's just like,
I want credit. I want credit for me editorializing myself.
Okay, do you want store credit? Because we can give you store credit.
Nah, I need that back on my card. I have things to buy.
Like a bespoke Xperia phone.
No. Somebody's got to pay for this iPhone tomorrow. My wife already looking for how much is this going to cost? Baby, it's going to cost the same amount. It's the same thing. They ain't changed those prices.
They didn't?
No. It's still $1,100 for the 256 gigabyte Pro model.
Well,
I would trade it in, but I don't mind the split payments through the carrier. I really don't. I'm not going anywhere. Like for me, Verizon is the best network I've been on, so I'm not planning on leaving Verizon anytime soon. The one thing I don't like is, and I think it was something we talked about on a previous podcast, where Verizon was going from 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 years for their payments. There's no option. It's just 3 years now, which fucking sucks. But I'm also going to look to see what it looks like. All right, if I want to trade in this phone after 2, can I do that? Because I might be like a new every 2 for iPhones at this point. Because their odd number models are looking to be their S years now. I'm actually going, so I'm close to paying off my 12 Pro. If somebody needs it, I may give it to them, but I'm actually hoping to hold on to it and like really do some fucked up shit to this phone. Yeah, I joke about the money part. Like that's good. But no. My wife did ask me, like, so how much is this gonna cost? How much is this changing our bill? So apparently you can try Diablo 3 for free on PC. But there's no way for me to find out like how much I would need to pay for. Oh wait, if I go in the shop, maybe it'll tell me. But while I do that, hey, has anybody got anything to plug? Anything that's going on, happening next week?
Just games. More tabletop games
just
on Saturday and Monday, and a surprise game on Tuesday. It's not going to be Hollow Knight this time because my co-partner in crime is taking a well-deserved vacation and go and visit friends. So I'm going to be playing a surprise game on Tuesday. We'll see what that is after this weekend. And I guess there will be an update from my final sign language class where I spend time learning about how to talk about our pets.
Okay.
Yep, just good, just games, good vibes. Wildflowers coming out next week. Beacon Pines, which is great because that comes out on Game Pass. Thank you. Probably more Dreamlight Valley. That game has taken a hold of that game has taken a hold on me. Probably new Fortnite season. I think we like season 4. Jerry would know. Jerry would let me know. Outside of that, I think that's pretty much it for the most. Cord Cutting Life has been really good thus far. We have found Pluto TV. Pluto TV is really good. I'm currently watching the Matlock channel. Mom's watching probably Western classics. Yeah, Cord Cutting Life is pretty smooth. Might throw some Paramount Plus into the mix. Other than that, I think we're good. I think we're good. Cord Cutting Life. It's not bad.
Okay, so I've done some research. I'm gonna switch this back over one more time. So I looked it up. Diablo 3 Eternal Collection is on sale, $20 because of free play days. Normally retails for $60. Blizzard has the Eternal Collection for $40.
Yeah.
When you say yeah, do I just get it on PC because it retails for $40, or do I save the money and buy it on Xbox?
It's all dependent on controller scheme at this point.
Yeah, because I don't know if it plays on PC. No, this is playable on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S.
Yeah, so it's just controller scheme at this point.
I mean, and if I bought on PC, I can still use a controller with it. Decisions. I don't know. This sucks. Anywho, oh, there is no controller support on PC. Really? Yeah, there went that idea because it was like if I wanted to sit on my couch and play Diablo on PC, that kind of sucks. I guess that does kind of force my hand. I did not mind controllers. The controller support on console was good for Diablo. Okay. Maybe I'll just buy it on Xbox. That's fine. Let's see here. Tomorrow we got one more stream for Stream the Match. Of course, if you have not heard of Stream the Match, check out the banner above. You can help me raise money for Be the Match, where we help. We're raising money to help Be the Match find donor matches for folks who are looking for cures or treatments for various blood diseases, including blood cancer. Excuse me. Trying to raise $100. So definitely can go to majors.house/STM to help me raise money. I will be back here tomorrow doing a driving stream. Right now, I am looking at Grid Legends because Miss Britt commented on the first episode of This Week in Game Pass and said that they like it. They like Grid Legends. They like playing it with their wheel and pedal.
Oh yeah, Brittany likes racing games. Yeah.
What is that? What did you put in the chat? Can y'all see that?
Like very tiny letters.
Yeah.
Very tiny letters with what?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's not like an emote.
What are we talking about here?
Wait. So
The
when
racing car?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a car with the number 3 on it.
It is so small on my screen.
Yeah, it's small on mine, but I managed to. Yeah.
Yeah, like the emote size originally is not very big.
The hard brakes. Jerry!
Yeah, it's so small.
It's so tiny.
I mean, again,
It's a car for ants.
Really? Really? And even the ant would complain. Like, look, this is a me problem. But yes, driving stream, we are looking at Grid Legends. But if I can't get comfortable with Grid Legends, I will probably switch over to American Truck Simulator and just drive the night away. So yeah, got that. Of course, for Stream the Match, they are having a big event at the Mall of America, wherever that is. And they're playing community games. They're streaming from the mall, twitch.tv/landfest. So definitely check that out. If you can, please donate. Really would appreciate it. If not to me, any of these wonderful content creators that are out here. Definitely surprised, like seeing some actual lifers that are doing it. There's some folks from even the local community, the local streaming community here in Raleigh. It was pretty cool to see folks come through and support when I put out the call to a few of these places. So yeah, thank you. Shouts out to them. Really do appreciate everybody who's come through and helped us raise funds for Be the Match. And because of Stream the Match, I have been reevaluating my stream schedule again because everybody seemed to have taken my Mondays and Tuesdays. I am now starting to realize that we're not really doing much on Fridays. So I may start picking up streams again on Wednesday, doing a stream on Wednesday, Tech Talk Thursdays, and then a stream on Friday. Honestly, just had some fun playing Spider-Man Remastered on stream. I kind of want to get back to that. It was fun. I was like, this is why I stream. It's just fun just to play video games with people. Let's see. Nothing else that I can think of that is coming. It's going to be in the way. Another regular show and before a Thurs plays. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It went from a gift to an investment for me. Yes, this was your return on investment. You said you wanted to see me stream it, so I did. Also, look, if you are making games for PC, do not make it hard to start a new game. I had to track down a save file and turn off Steam's cloud saves in order to start a new game of Spider-Man. But it was worth it. But that's it. That's all I got. Of course, if you're watching this stream, you're new to the show and you want to see all the things we talk about, you can catch the news audio versions over at Anchor, majors.house/TTT. Don't I have a link for that? I do. I think I do.
You probably have the command now. Is the bot working? That's what we want to know.
Yes. Yes. This is actually new. Oh, no, I added the video part. So, yes, you can subscribe to Tech Talk Thursdays, the audio version, majors.house/TTT. And, of course, if you'd like to catch the YouTube archives, the videos, you can go to majors.house/TTTvid. And it'll take you to the YouTube playlist because you can't custom name a YouTube playlist. It's fucking annoying. Sir, we will stop with the "inye."
We will not. Linux.
Can't stop, won't stop.
But of course, if you're listening to the podcast, if you're watching the YouTube archive, I do highly recommend that you come over to the Twitch channel Thursdays, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time here at twitch.tv/MajorLinux. Also, I would love, if you have not already, to follow these amazing individuals. Got Sinziak, we got Kev, we got the GOAT. We will never, ever drop her as a host on this podcast. It's always there. Always and forever.
And getting banned from Discords and misnamed as Starbucks.
Ooh. I don't know what the hell just happened there.
That's none of my business.
Well. So yes, thank you everybody for tuning into another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for September 15th, 2022. On behalf of Kev, on behalf of Sinziak, on behalf of the GOAT, Hideo Sanaka, I am Marcus, Major Linux Summers, twitch.tv/Major Linux. You all could have been anywhere in the world, watching any stream in the world, playing or making your own bespoke list of your hits and misses of gaming stream announcements, but you said no. We want to listen to the resident non-official Nintendo person as he lists his. And for that, I appreciate that. I thank you. Now, of course, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you and peace. How?
Wakanda forever.